GSPN.
I feel like that might have been the first time we were a little in sync.
That makes one of us.
Okay, well, listen, one of us is positive and one of us is a realist. And hello, hi, welcome to GSPN, Girls Sports Production and News. I am Evan.
I'm Ellen.
This is GSPN. We're live. Very exciting stuff here. I feel like we're already off to the most aesthetically pleasing start that we've had. And on my end,
Oh,
the
yeah.
least stressful. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much to my producer slash producer's entire family, who is really a part of this whole group effort to let me just sit on this couch and talk about football with my best friend.
Gotta love when the family supports the biz, you know?
I mean, truly supporting this as much as when I graduated from retail school. Like, just absolutely balls to the wall support. So thanks, love you guys.
I remember the
Um,
day. I remember the cake.
You remember the cake. Well, I'm excited to be hanging out with you this afternoon. What are we here to watch?
We are gathered here today for the Dallas Cowboys at the Buffalo Bills.
All right. So Cowboys are 10-3 and Bills are 7-6. Cowboys beat the Eagles last week, which would have been a good game to maybe be a part of, but
We were busy.
we were busy.
We had things going on.
And then this will be the first road game for the Cowboys in almost a month, which is, I don't know, maybe they're
I thought
looking
they were
forward to
at the Eagles. I thought they lost at the Eagles last week.
I cannot confirm or deny this, and this is a great point in the show to let you know, if you're new here, that we're uninformed and unreliable. And that's what we're here for. It's to learn.
We're here for the girls and we're here for the vibes. If this is your first time joining GSPN, as Evan said, we are unreliable and we make this for the girls. For those who might be forced to watch these games with someone that actually cares, that would rather listen to anything but the announcers talking about pretty much boring sports stats and anything else going on. Desperate for a chance to mention Taylor Swift.
Which, hey, we'll do it here. We've just done it. So we are not above it, I guess. We're no better than the others, but we are here to learn live. So we're going to be learning about not new teams. I think we've watched both of these teams. I know we've watched the Bills because of how much you dislike the Bills. So today we're Cowboys fans. I'm wearing a Chiefs jersey. We're actually Chiefs fans, but today we're Cowboys fans. So do you want to talk about a couple of things we should watch for? Do you want to go over some stats? Do you want to just come right out and make some predictions with nothing on the scoreboard? Very unlike us.
Yeah, let's do predictions now. Like, let's
Okay.
do this the way that we, as we once intended.
As we intended. Okay, cool. I'm going to go with the Cowboys just right off the bat. I feel like one of America's 3 teams has to win. So I'm going with the Cowboys.
I'm going Bills.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, purely for the chaos. I want it to be
I love
known
it.
that, yeah, I'm going for the Bills because I think they have the most to gain by
Okay.
winning this because they're not really playoff contenders right now.
Okay, I almost just wrote down chaos underneath your prediction, but
That would be good. Okay, but also,
Bills
you know what I
/chaos.
heard
Okay.
is that we're supposed to have some extreme weather impacting this game. I don't see it with
Oh,
my eyes, but I've heard about it.
okay. Well, we will stay tuned and maybe we'll check the weather here in a second. Something we do on
Okay,
GSP.
so you've gone Cowboys and I've gone Bills.
That's right. So let's check in with fate.
Time to ask.
Another
You
shout out.
fully have a new tattoo, by the way.
Yeah, yes, I do. I do actually have 2 new tattoos.
And they're so visible. I knew about this, but, like, seeing it live now, I'm like, "Oh, Evan is tatted."
Honestly, it surprised me a little bit today too. I've been wearing sweaters because it's chilly out there. So I saw it in the mirror today and I was like, oh God.
You'd like by the time summer rolls around in Chicago, you'll have, like, a whole like, it'll feel new to you again because 'cause you'll be
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
100%.
how does this shirt look with this tattoo?" And shit that girls do like that.
I mean, it's not really visible from the side I normally see. So completely untouched from the front, but rat from the back. So anyway, we were talking about fate. I will definitely give a shout out to
Wait,
my
is it a rat? I
It's a rat.
forgot. Is it a rat? Yes. Evan.
It's a rat, yeah.
Evan, can we please, like, toy with the idea of you changing your handle to Grubby Paws? Grubby Paws 666.
I'm into it, honestly. Yeah, we can certainly toy with that. I love a little rat. I don't know what it
Keep
is.
our options open, you know? Keep our options open.
We'll have to start just coming up with handles and then getting them, just booking them.
Yes.
Okay, Fate. What does Fate have to say today? Dear Fate, it's us again. Will the Cowboys prevail over the Bills today in football?
Was the alternative in
I don't
fashion?
know. I don't know, but maybe. And I didn't want any mix up. Okay, it says most likely. Wait, which one did I say? I said Cowboys, right? Okay,
Cowboys will the Cowboys prevail over the
I
Bills
I
today?
think Fate went with the Cowboys. So we'll write that down and we'll check in later. And one
Yeah.
day we'll do some sort of stats. I talk about
I
it all
mean,
the
let it
time.
be known that from a spiritual level, I obviously want it to be the Cowboys on
Okay.
an emotional level, but
Emotionally Cowboys. Okay.
who do I think will win? I think the Bills know that they need to win this game to have a chance at, like, making a name for themselves in the playoffs. But honestly, I just watched Survivor. That's why I'm feeling like this. I'm like, if you they're doing a good job so far. I'm like, if you wanna make a name for yourself in this game, you gotta beat the big dogs.
Yeah, 100%. Well, let's talk about that actually. So, I might actually regret my prediction here by the end of talking about these stats if I'm remembering anything I wrote down on these stats. I am running on low sleep. So, we'll see what's actually retained. It's going to be less so than normal, but
But can I
high
just say,
caffeine.
you look great.
Thank you so much. I
You
appreciate
look
it. We'll
absolutely
see.
darling.
Thank you.
The
Thanks. This
Chiefs
is the Chiefs. The
the Chiefs
Chiefs.
jersey. Not everyone
The
pulls
jersey.
off red like this.
Oh,
Also,
thank
love
you.
that you're finally wearing a Chiefs jersey on a day when we're not watching the Chiefs.
Well, this is major shout out and props to Ryan who pulled this from his closet for me. So I had
Ooh.
something because I actually almost brought a Bills shirt
Oh
and then
my
didn't.
god.
I didn't. We weren't gonna watch the Bills game, so it was just like the shirt in rotation. But no, this was much better and it felt appropriate. So,
Yeah, no, you
but
look darling. I'm sorry you haven't
thank you.
slept though. That's terrible.
No, I mean, hey, it happens. It happens. So let's talk about some stats. You said it. There's supposedly going to be a game of wind and rain. That could
Which was my
possibly impact.
homage to the new Hunger Games movie that just came out.
Okay, have you seen it?
Of course not, but they always have names like A Song of Wind and Rain.
Yes. No, you're right. They
I
do.
was
They do.
like,
Of course not. I was like, I did not realize you were a fan. Just caught me off guard, but whatever. No, great homage. Love it. Very culturally relevant, a thing I'm not. So thanks for keeping GSPN current. Should we pay attention? They're at the 10. That feels important.
nah.
Nah.
Alright, tell us your stats. Sorry, I've distracted you too long.
No, no, you're good. I'm easily distractible. So I think some things to watch for. Let's touch on those today. So I think we're going to be looking for some illegal contact penalties, according to my sources.
Whoa,
Apparently,
should we ask the 8 ball?
we can ask the 8 ball for sure about the other defenses for that have been called for illegal contact penalties, but it does seem like the Bills have a high amount of that. So illegal contact penalty calls are probably going to be pretty prevalent in this game.
Oh, I think we just saw one. I
I
think that's gonna end
think
up being personal
that
foul, but
that
holy
toss of
shit.
41 on the Bills absolutely might qualify as that. Though it does look like 11 is maybe also injured, so perhaps it was
Which
in
sucks
response
because
to
I think he's
something.
a big player. Look at this. Oh, oh. Yeah, that dude just fell. Oh, okay, so it was an accident. Oh, damn. But yeah. Okay, so here's a funny thing. When I was doing my stats, I learned about Micah Parsons, but I thought he was on a different team. So
So again, circling back, we are unreliable. We
no clue
don't
what's
normally watch
happening
these
here. Just
teams.
happy to be here. This is gonna be a good game. I think this is
It
gonna
is
be a good game.
I think so too. It seems like they're both really hustling out there. And we'll just take a
The
moment to
boys
acknowledge
the
we
boys are
couldn't
at work.
Everybody had their caffeine. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I actually can't remember where they are. I think they're in
They're New York, girl.
Buffalo.
They're New
Yeah,
York.
yes, they are. There's a giant buffalo on the field. So good good time of day. Okay, Craig Rolstead. He's the ref. Let's talk about him because he apparently um could really, I mean, obviously could really impact this game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just listening to Mahomes here and putting too much into it, but he's apparently a pro Cowboys ref. That's just what I was seeing online. I don't know if you saw anything when you were
That's
looking stuff
weird.
up. Okay, there.
He's a ref with a known bias?
He tends to, I think it's like very slight, like slightly above the 54% mark or something. But basically, he's established himself as a he is a head coach, and he's been this is his 21st total season as an NFL official. So supposedly he knows what he's doing. And against the home team, and the penalties that his crew does seem to be something that, like, with the stats that the Cowboys have, would maybe favor them a little bit more.
Okay.
There
Looks
is
like
a
the
lot of
Bills
action happening here.
Bills touchdown on the field. I will say the Cowboys almost blocked that. I heard their defense is good, so I'm not surprised, but, like, usually when they're that close to the end zone, I feel like it's really hard to stop someone running the ball through, but they almost stopped it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a struggle to get those
Okay,
points
they're
on the
doing the
board.
replay. Honestly, just for a second here,
Mhm.
love the Bills font.
Yeah,
Love the logo, love the font.
it's very
So classic
classic sports.
American.
Yes,
Gorge,
agreed.
gorgeous. Okay, yeah, there's a touchdown.
And I'll also say that their uniforms look very good playing against each other on this field.
Yeah, they do. Cowboys are actually I didn't know this, but I like these pants, these shiny seafoam pants.
I feel
Very
like
Little Mermaid of them.
I was looking at our notes earlier today, and we have just gone all over the place on our
Whoa,
opinions on the
for real.
uniforms.
For real. We've gone all over the place full stop. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
true.
actually what you could say about GSPN. Oh
Yeah,
my
that is true.
gosh, Evan,
Hmm.
guess who's here with us today?
Who is here with you today? With
Mean
us?
Gene.
Oh my goodness! Mean Jean, hello,
Welcome back.
welcome.
We missed you at our last game where we, like, last minute changed the time, or you knew we were changing it and you were just like, "Screw them girls," but glad to have you back. Sorry we
um,
are chaotic.
and Mean Jean, Tammy, yeah, sorry, that's silver. Okay, sorry, not seafoam green. Which seemed
Silver?
to immediately piss people off that you said seafoam green.
Certainly they're seafoam green.
I don't know. I mean, listen,
I'm not wearing my eyeglasses, so I guess it's kind of a gamble.
it's kind of a gamble. Yeah.
Okay, fine, it's a full ass gamble. But okay, while we're on the subject of Tammy and Mean Gene being back in the chat and True Advisor, who I would love to hear more about why you're called that, do you care to explain to us your change of scenery today? Because it's so different.
Yeah, so I'm hanging out in Missouri, as I mentioned to you. So it felt appropriate to be wearing Kansas City. I watched the game earlier, listened to a little bit of it, but we are just bouncing around a little bit. We'll be back home to get back to our dogs here shortly. But yeah, I'm hanging out in Missouri. So we had a little family Christmas, which was a good time. And my charcuterie board that I'm not sure you can see on screen is provided by that family Christmas and also provided by my family that's hosting me here and letting me again watch a football game in their basement with a giant giant light and production and snacks, and they sit quietly and let me do it. Thanks again, guys.
It is beautiful, and the view of you actually starts at, like, your shoulder, and then all we see is, like, a bunch of jerseys and action in the back. So what is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, no, so they are fantastic entertainers and hosts, and they have a lot of interests in sports. And so I think you're seeing back here some NASCAR stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think that's the memorabilia that's probably coming through. But they've got some cool stuff over here.
Okay, hold on. I need to see these pants. Evan, look at those pants.
Okay. I'm gonna just look them up instead of trying
Yeah.
to look at on the screen, and I'm
Okay.
just gonna I'm gonna assume that the chat is right and that these are silver. It's kind of making sense, but let's see.
They
Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. It's a seafoam green color.
It is looking seafoam green to me.
I think it is. I
Oh,
think
it's
it
our
is.
favorite reporter woman, Erin Andrews.
We do love her, and I wish she would tell us about the pants color right now, just because that's what we're
She
on.
has
But
bigger things to talk about. I can't hear them, but she's more concerned. She's the real G in GSPN. She's the sports
100% would love
girly.
to have her on one day.
We would we would love
We aspire to that level of knowledge. Maybe we don't. We're probably gonna
I
switch
don't
it
know
on
that we
at some
do.
point and switch to something else. But yeah, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quite a connection right there. Okay. No, it definitely looks like the color is changing. Silver pants featuring a blue or greenish tone depending on the year. Yeah. I'm seeing seafoam green being used in descriptions here.
I'm
So,
seeing Dak Prescott being mentioned, and he was on my list of people to care about for the
okay,
Cowboys.
well, tell us more.
Oh,
Oh.
um Oh, well, thank you so much for asking, Evan.
Like I
Yes.
was planted in the crowd.
Let me find some notes on Dak because I, of course, should know some things. No, he's not who I have notes about. I'm
Not
sure
him
he's
at all.
good. Someone said he's gonna be one to watch this game, but number 1 player to watch this game was CD Lamb. I think we
He was
just saw
right
the
there. I
back.
just saw
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
we
Okay,
just
so
saw the
tell
back
us
of
more
his
about him.
jersey. He is on track to break a receiving yards record,
Wow.
that is held by a man named Irvine and was set in 1995. So he's having a
Wow.
big game for catching
That's
the
actually
ball.
pretty crazy. That's
Yeah.
gotta feel good. I'm not a big record holder myself in my past athletic accomplishments. Just kind of trying to check the box. So wow, look at that guy run.
Yeah, I think
Woo!
already a fight on the field. Yes, this is gonna be
All
such a good game.
right.
Everyone hates the Bills.
Okay, so there is every official I can see involved
Who's
in,
getting
and
fined? Who's
it's
getting
still
fined?
happening. People are still being shoved.
Oh, yeah,
This was
we
the
got
right
boys.
game to watch.
We got boys with problems. They're taking it out at work. Oh, okay, so he's mad that he got tackled while he was running with the ball.
Mm, that is hard in the game
Hmm,
of football to expect, but
hard to empathize with that.
I'm
Okay,
I
so let's
must have
see.
not been
Is
seeing
it
the right angle
unnecessary?
to be
Is it
surprised by
necessary?
that.
No, it's not. He was diving to take him out. It was totally natural. These big baby oh, and then the big boy said, "Yonk."
Oh, you know what though? I like a
Boys.
guy that's just like he's there for his friend. That's his pal. That's
No,
what I'm
his
gonna
day
imagine.
one. Oh, this
Yes.
is so stupid. If we
Okay,
fought
so
like
how many
this
flags
at
are we about
work,
to get? Yes.
can
Oh
you
my god.
imagine?
I would love it. I mean, there's a part of me that would kind of love it.
Bruh,
Maybe not the
absolutely
job
not.
that not the job I'm at now, but at prior jobs for sure. It would have been helpful, I think, in conflict resolution.
Wow, right in front of the ref too. Basically punted that man to the ground in front of the ref.
He
Almost hit
wasn't
the ref
even
with the
looking.
man. Every official is out there, Evan. Every official is out there. This is gonna be such a good game.
Do it
Okay,
again.
anyway, some stuff about the Cowboys. First of all, love them so far. Have a
Love
great
him
time.
so far.
All right, coming off a win against the Eagles, one of the best teams in the NFL, one of the only 4 to be going 10-3 right now, won 5 games in a row, 7 of their last 8. Okay, yep, good play on the field. 4 of those wins, they had 20 points over the other team. So they
Wow.
have had a history of high scoring games. This is not projected to be one.
Okay.
This is projected to be a pretty close game because both teams want it so bad. They have a highly talented roster that arguably has better players on both
I'm
lines,
sorry.
offense and
Whenever
defense.
somebody is commenting on sports and they say they want it so bad, and that's like legitimately for some reason a reason that they could like one of them could pull through in an unexpected way, or they both could. Again, there's a lot of physical activity happening on the field.
Oh, they're
Um,
still fighting. God,
oh
yes.
wow.
Evan, football is finally interesting.
Remember when we were bored last week?
We
How
were
did that
so
happen?
bored last week. Thank you to everyone who stuck around with us last week because we were roughing it. God, that was
Um,
tough. Oh,
anytime
okay.
anybody says that they're there for the right reasons, I'm always like, it's a very America's Next Top Model to me, which I love.
Oh.
And equally as dramatic this week.
Okay, I heard that this game is gonna be Stephon Diggs from the Bills versus Stephon Gilmore from the Cowboys. Those are
The
like that's like the
Stephans.
matchup to watch.
Okay.
And then
What I'm sorry, you're gonna have to remind me what position they are.
that's an excellent question. I have no idea.
The
I'm gonna
Stephans. Okay.
assume that they're both running backs or wide receivers.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. That
Yeah.
definitely checks out. Sorry, just a second. Okay, flag on the play. I feel like they're just gonna be a lot of those.
Oh,
It
yeah,
seems
this is
like
gonna be a
it.
chippy game. Okay, and also
I
Mean
am
Gene
seeing Sebs in the chat, and I just want to say hello. Welcome to GSPN.
Believe it or not, the third member of GSPN has now joined us in the chat.
We're very, very excited to have you here. Couldn't be here without you. So hello.
I can't wait for the day that there's a salve reveal
That
on
would be
air.
great.
A salve reveal, that would be beautiful.
That will be beautiful. Wow,
Okay,
they're
so
really
yeah,
moving.
have no idea who Stephon Diggs or Gilmore are. Oh, wow, nice tackle. But Micah Parsons, who is on the Cowboys defense, is in line to be defensive player of the year, it sounds like. So good for him.
So good for him. Another good feeling, breaking the fourth wall, just have a runny nose. It just happens, you know?
You know?
You know? Yeah, that was a really cool tackle.
Yeah.
Let's see. We wanted to Google some people, so let's do it. Let's figure out who's who. Bills.
Okay, Stephon Diggs is on the
Stephon
Bills. Stephon
Diggs.
Gilmore is on the Cowboys.
Okay.
My money's on running backs. Oh my gosh, Dak Prescott goes down. Oh, another fight? Will we see another fight about it?
We might.
The
Definitely
boys
gonna see
are
some
angry.
sort of celebration about accomplishing it. Okay. Okay, so they're both in their 30s.
Cute.
And
Age
wide
appropriate.
receiver. Okay, wait. Cornerback. Oh, okay. So Stephon Gilmore is a cornerback, and
Cornerback. That's a position I definitely knew about.
we've talked about not knowing it before. We've talked about being confused about its point before. And give us a second, chat.
Oh, okay. Diggs is a wide receiver and Gilmore is a cornerback who will be covering Diggs. Okay, so these men do different things.
Okay.
One man's job is to cover. Oh, I
One
love
is
the
offense,
loop.
one is defense. I think
Yes.
we've come to this conclusion before. I think we were like, oh, that makes sense. We'll revert.
Right. So, have they fought yet? Terrifying
Have they
commercial.
fought yet?
Are they the ones who are fighting?
Have they had to battle yet? I
Should
don't
they?
know. We haven't caught names or numbers, or who is offense or who is defense yet. We're still catching up. We're just excited to be here and that there's action on the field. So
Yeah. This is a great game.
It
Really
is.
happy to be here. Savannah's here. Mean Gene is here. It's like the gang's all here.
The gang's all here.
It's like this is such a lovely surprise.
Well, maybe we should get into a couple more stats while we're at a commercial. Let's see. Yeah, and thanks, Mean Gene, because you really saved us some time there on what we were gonna have to learn
Blank,
on.
yeah.
Pretty much everything there. So thanks. Okay, it does look like again illegal contact gonna be very prevalent in this
Mhm.
game.
Mhm.
And it looks like they're both in the top 5 for defensive offsides and neutral zone infraction calls for the
Yeah.
season. All right. Looks like there's just gonna be a lot of calls literally
Right.
all the time.
I hate that,
Um,
but whatever.
Whatever. Okay, and we talked a little bit about the refs. Craig Rolstad is the lead guy. Did not write down his number. We will be seeing him a lot. So we will
Dak Prescott?
no. Craig Rolstad, the ref.
Oh, good.
Good, good. Um, yeah, so Cowboys have only lost 2 times under this particular ref, and like I said earlier, he's known as,
That is
like,
so
pro
wild. It is,
Cowboys.
like, really hard to imagine that the NFL can
I
let what
I wanna just clarify, all this commentary is just, like, from commentators, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if, like, the NFL is like, "This guy's got a real
bias.
yeah, I mean, I think that if he I mean, whatever, here I am defending a ref for the NFL, that seems silly. I don't know. We don't know.
It's just
Basically,
weird.
we don't know.
It's just weird. If I heard like, "Oh, yeah, this ref always like" or not always, but only has said they didn't win twice, I'd be like, "What?" Or, like, always
What?
favors one team, I would be like, "Hey, can we maybe make sure this person is qualified in the right
Well,
way?"
the Bills are 3-7 when Wolstad calls one of their games, and when playing a home game in Buffalo, oh,
Nothing
I
happening,
mean,
they're
I
just
just
hitting
can't there's
so
just
hard.
so much
I
happening
I
without anything
know.
happening at all. So they are 3-7 when Wolstad calls one of their games, and when playing in Buffalo, they're
That looks
one
like
to
my
3.
dad.
Oh my
That
god, you're
looks
right.
a lot
No
like
first and last
my
names.
dad.
Don't say it. But yes, you are correct. But yeah, no, that coach, the Cowboys coach who you could certainly name, just not your dad. Looks like your dad.
What? Who was that man?
Who was that man? That was your dad. Obviously.
Dad, what are you doing there? No, I know it's not my dad because I think my dad hates the Bills too.
Well, that was a Cowboys coach, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know,
We
but I
were
just
really derailed.
my dad wouldn't be here probably regardless. He doesn't wanna travel to New York to see the team he doesn't like.
Well, that's just logical. You're right. Alan was just hit very hard.
Well,
That is
Alan,
live commentary for you.
karma is a something.
Oh my god, please
I'm
don't do this.
sorry. I'm
Please.
sorry. That song has quickly risen to my number 1 on repeat song, and no one is happy
I
about it.
don't listen to it. It's not ever in my head until
And then
you sing
I
it
enter the
on
chat.
Sunday, and then it's
I
in my head for the rest of the until I fall asleep again.
Okay, I'll, like, go through a walk through the desert, and I will try to
Mhm.
cleanse myself
Thank you.
of
That's
this
all I
song
ask.
before I see you.
That's really all I ask.
It is very difficult. Oh, no. I'm hearing we're about 2 plays behind, but I think that's the best we can do when we're streaming live. I think there has to be a delay. Mean Gene, does this seem like more of a delay than you're used to seeing? You have to let
While
us know.
you're watching while you're watching live commentary, yeah, please let us know. Hey, we're learning it all live, so the YouTube tech is to be learned as well.
To be learned.
Mhm.
Okay, we have a catch that looked weird, but it's caught. Good job.
Good job.
Good job. Okay, I thought of a new name for the
Okay.
football teams that I wanted to run by you.
I am thrilled.
Okay, it also doesn't have to be a team name, it can just be a segment of something that we do, but here's what I was
Okay.
thinking. I think that the team that has the best looking quarterback each year should change their name to the quarterback snacks.
Okay, so this is an incredibly subjective team name change, but I'm into it. So walk me through the logistics here.
Okay,
How does this happen?
there is a panel
Uh-huh.
similar to America's Next Top Model while
I'm
we're at it.
already in. I'm already
Yes.
in. You gotta be there for the right reasons, so what are those? Love of
Okay.
football.
Naomi Campbell should just be there.
Cool.
She should just be on the panel, if not leading the panel.
No
And
notes, agreed.
then Alton Mason. Alton Mason should be on the panel. Beautiful boy. One of the,
Who is
like,
this? Alton
top male
Mason?
model in the world, like Vogue's male model of the year every year
I
for, like, the past 5
immediately
years.
thought nobody is gonna know who this is. Wait, maybe you will. The Alton Brown guy from PBS. Do you know what I'm talking about? Chat?
No.
You know who I'm talking about? No?
Alton Brown?
Okay, move on. Keep going. Who else
Uh,
is on the panel?
I don't know. Mean Gene, what are you Mean Gene's already upset. Son of a gun.
I mean,
We
I've
are doing
seen a commercial.
we're doing our absolute best. Yeah, no, Mean Gene, you have to let us know how far behind we are. Hey, Howard. I don't know what you're doing here, but we are glad to have you.
We're
But
super excited to have you.
are we farther behind than usual, or is this a regular amount of lag? That's what we need you to tell us because we know very little. Okay, so anyway, panel of models each year. That's what I've decided. A panel of models, a couple of like just football watching women above the age of 50 because I trust their judgment the most.
Okay.
And okay, maybe two Gen Z girls. Two Gen Z boys.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay,
there we go.
that is the group that decides the cutest quarterback of the year, and then that team that year is named the Quarterback Snacks.
Hey, I'm into it. And this is just, I think, a subpart of how we make the NFL better. And that's pretty much all we're here to do is tell the NFL how to do its job, and do it right for once.
Okay,
So,
but it could also be okay, we have the Cowboys almost throwing an interception.
mm,
Um, it could also be a segment on our show where we invite quarterbacks to tell us about their favorite snacks, and we
okay,
call it
I'm
Quarterback
for
Snacks.
sure into that. Definitely. And then we obviously try the snacks and we eat the snacks later on in future episodes moving forward. All about the snacks.
Quarterback Snacks.
I'm definitely into it. If you guys in the chat know of any quarterbacks, send them our way at gspngirls@gmail.com.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is gonna be incredible defense by the Bills. Um,
Wow, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is gonna be Coors Light. He's gonna go with a cold snack. Oh no, a man is writhing on the ground.
Your descriptions when they are in pain are so good every time. You're not just like, one of them's hurt. That
Oh, it
guy's down, which
hurts.
is what I do.
No, it hurts me to see men writhe. I don't like it. I don't like it at all
I'm not
because
laughing
it's
at this
just
man's
not
pain.
worth it. As
No,
much as
it's
I
not.
enjoy this oh, did he get him in the nads there? What are we I'm confused. I don't think the replay knew what they were showing.
No. I don't know what was just shown. But
Um, okay, Evan, I think we might have people in the chat that are new to GSPN, so let's just take this commercial break to remind you, we are GSPN, Girls Sports Production and News. Our tagline is "For the Girls," and we
Mhm.
are your most unreliable source for football information ever. You
we
could talk to a pack of 6th graders about football, and there's a high chance they would know a lot more than us.
but we're here to learn and we're gonna have a good time doing it.
We're here to learn from people in the chat like Mean Gene, Sav, True Advisor, people that help us along the way.
And
We're
we'll retain none of
somewhat
it. So
retaining. I was gonna say we're not fully retaining all the information. I just learned about things called cornerbacks. But we're doing our best. And at halftime each week, we do a segment called Pop Culture, Pop Trivia, where I ask Evan questions about pop culture items that have happened this week, in the past, somewhat relevant in some way, and we see how she does. So stick around for our halftime segment.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not very informed in that area either, but we try. We try.
Yeah, it's not like Evan's strong suit, but it's really fun for me to do and has become a part of my day-to-day life. Like, anytime
Has
I'm
it?
bored oh, yeah, if I'm bored on a Zoom call and we're waiting for, like, 10 more people to show up and everyone's late, I'll be like, "Alright, you guys wanna do trivia?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course."
I love that.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Retail has a lot of boring Zoom calls, so we like to stay up to date on pop culture, pop triv.
Many an opportunity
And you
to
know what?
learn.
Last week, I think, was your best scoring week yet, and I'm very hopeful about this week.
Well, I'm excited then too. You've had some good feelings. You've known when I'm not gonna do well. Exceptionally unwell.
Oh, I have something to tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So Josh Allen is one of these football players that has a famous girlfriend or fiance?
I don't
Fiance now?
remember. I think fiance. I was actually gonna say possibly wife, but yes, I think fiance. Again,
I I don't know why I said a
unreliable.
pack of 6th graders as, like, the measurement. I just feel like they know more than us. But anyways, okay. So Josh Allen has, like, a famous girlfriend, Haley Steinfeld, but we don't really know who she is, right?
Is this the singer,
Exactly.
Haley
No.
Steinfeld?
I
So
don't think
no.
she's a singer. But the other day, I was trying to find a movie to watch, and I saw,
Ooh.
like, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, True Grit.
Okay. I've heard of it.
I think it came out in, like, '05, 2010 maybe. It's a Coen Brothers film
Is
with
the Haley
great reviews.
Steinfeld, she's got long dark
She's
hair?
the girl!
Yeah.
She's the young girl. She is the True Grit!
So she's, like, famous.
She's been famous!
Yes.
And I knew who
Should
she
we
was,
I mean,
and I
dare we
didn't know it.
say Haley Steinfeld made Josh Allen
She
famous?
put him on the map,
I f
people.
I don't know, I mean, I guess that's what we're saying now. People are telling me that.
But I think that actress and singer, I had no clue.
This is what I'm
But
saying.
I bet that they can, like, bond over the fact that they were both, like, childhood prodigies, right?
Was
I
he? I
think
mean,
that
I
that
guess, like, in college, in, like, high school and college? I don't
Josh
really
Allen?
know I guess I don't really know the Josh Allen story, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't either. Let's go with
Okay.
completely anecdotal experiences
Okay.
from Fog Ellen. So, I briefly dated a professional athlete. It was miserable, and it ended quickly because I hated it. But part of what was so awful was that he, at one point, was telling me, "I knew that I was gonna be a big deal when I turned 12 years old." He was like, "When I was 12 years old is when I started getting, like, publications about me, like, each city that I moved to, their local news stations wanted to interview me, like, I was like a prodigy, and, like, I knew from the age of 12 that I was going on to, like, be great."
Okay.
And I assume that Josh Allen has known that from a young age too.
Okay,
And,
I
like,
see what you're saying.
look, that phrase was off-putting to me. I come from a very humble background, and so I thought, like, "I don't really care for this," but I think you have to believe that in yourself to end up here.
Yeah, no, for
So,
sure, I totally
no
agree with
shade,
you.
it just was not for me.
No, but I get what you're saying, where, like, from a younger age, they would have been in a position to maybe know that what they wanted to do or what they could do could have gotten them to a place that was, like, a little bit different than what you would expect as a maybe
Yeah.
12-year-old.
Yeah, when
But I can
first of all, I
also
don't
see how that would be a very odd, like, sentiment to receive.
if you can't relate.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. So Haley and Josh, they're probably both like, "Yeah, I knew it was gonna be big since I was 12," and he's like, "Of course, babe. Same."
We all do. That's
I
the
mean, yeah,
time.
it makes more sense to me now that I have that one random experience, like why actors and celebrities date women.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I can understand. And also, I feel like if you're not in that world, you probably don't want the level of publicity that can come with that.
Yeah.
The loss of anonymity. Yeah, of course. That's what we do here. We're reading into everything way too deeply.
Oh, we are overanalyzing
All
and
the wrong things.
all the wrong things. Nothing that actually matters will be overanalyzed by us,
and none of
qualified overanalyzers.
and none of it is happening on the field. What we're overanalyzing. That's
No.
pretty simple what we're talking about.
I do think it's weird that, like, only 2 of the NFL wives and girlfriends that are famous get any airtime, but maybe it's because they don't get airtime until they're wives.
I
'Cause I think
mean,
Haley is a fiancé right
I
now.
don't think that's the case because I think it just kind of depends because Jessica Simpson got a lot of press, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Did she date someone in the NFL?
She dated
Kurt Warner? That feels
Tony
like
Romo.
Tony Romo?
I'm being told
No
Tony
way.
Romo. Let's double check.
Who did she date? Tony Romo is one of the announcers on here that we see all the time.
And I think that's why I know this because he said
Tony
something that
Romo.
was
Tammy says it's Tony.
there we go.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, he's so
Woo!
cute. That's a great so are they married?
No,
Oh,
they just
okay.
dated. But I think that the coverage of her was negative. Like I think that the press was really mean to her.
Well, yeah, no one's ever really been
Look
super
at that
nice
guy
to Jessica
go.
Simpson,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
weird because she went for a similar vibe as Paris Hilton, but people, like, were just terrible about it to her.
I mean, people were also really terrible to Paris Hilton.
Yeah, but Paris just, like, really sank into that. She
Yeah,
was like,
that's
"If you're
true.
gonna demonize me, I'm gonna be the fucking devil," and it worked
It
because
did. Good
now
for
her
her.
sister is a Rothstein, and she has like a documentary coming out and 2 babies.
Hey, I guess if those were the goals, they were accomplished.
She's a happy girl.
Hopefully.
Okay, Buffalo is What?
Okay.
What the fuck just
So
happened? Certainly you cannot do that.
yes, flag on the play. All right, there we go. Oh, and there's more stuff happening on either end. They cut
Oh,
away, but there's stuff happening somewhere else on the
yo,
field.
the punter got laid out. Way too late, right? Way too late. Yeah, that ball is how did he sir, you oh, in air collision. Incredible. Incredible.
So, Ellen, I'm going to ask you right now, I mean, maybe you don't know if either of these are championship teams, but are you liking the gameplay that you
Dallas
are seeing?
Cowboys 100% are.
Wow, hot take. I'm just kidding.
100%. Ask your 8 ball. Ask fate here.
Okay.
Also, for that man to be right there and miss blocking the punt is, like, wild, right? He was
Yeah, I
right
mean,
there.
force for the trees, perhaps. What am I asking?
Ching!
Am I asking if the Cowboys are championship or if the
Yeah,
Cowboys
yeah.
okay.
Are the Cowboys going to the playoffs? 100%.
Okay. Are
If
the
the 8 ball
Cowboys
fights me on this, I'm throwing hands.
Are the Cowboys going to
Oh!
make it to the playoffs this
Dropping the
year?
ball. So, did that flag get
Outlook good.
overturned? Oh, sorry, what?
Outlook good.
Yeah.
Easy one
Welcome.
for fate.
Welcome, 8 ball, hell yeah. Okay, so was the flag overturned on the guy hitting the punter? Like, was that
We
deemed
do not
unnecessary
know.
roughness, or was it deemed clearly accidental, he was doing his job?
No one in this room, me, myself, nor I,
Have
nor
any
my
idea?
producer, no.
No. I have no clue, so once again, we will rely on the chat. What the hell just happened?
Hey,
Did they say it's
if you guys
okay?
can let us
Oh,
know.
oh, oh, he's passed. Is that Diggs? Is that Stephon Diggs? No,
I
it's Coda.
Oh, wow, that was kind of a hard way to go down.
Beautiful hair. Beautiful hair.
Wow, should we start watching the Cowboys?
I mean, yeah, 100%. I'm loving this. Love the fights, love the seafoam green. Oh, that was a face mask grab though, so can't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful game, Evan. Beautiful game. Having a great time. It's a beautiful Sunday in Phoenix. It is 80 degrees right now.
I'm sorry. I just want to Oh, wow. Well, that's beautiful for you.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I'm wanting to go back to our text just to see if you had called this game possibly boring or not.
I don't think I did.
I don't know. I don't think either of us were expecting
I
it to
just
be
said,
good.
"Do we have to watch the Bills? Is
Yeah.
this set to be a really interesting game?" And you were like, "Yeah, I think it is." And I was like,
And
"Alright, then yeah,
we
let's
were
watch
like,
it."
we're Cowboys fans now. So
This is why
that's how easy it is.
my faith will remain in Evan, as it always has and will.
We just happen to get lucky because the NFL just knows how to put on a quality game. You know what I mean? Quality entertainment.
If we watched more of these games, we should have created, like, a girls' ranking system. Like, which game this week was actually the most interesting to watch for the girls?
We can definitely come up with a way for us to make this happen.
Yeah.
Moving forward, maybe not this season, just because I'm imagining it is gonna involve a spreadsheet. And I just
Ugh,
emotionally I cannot.
can't. Between the months between, like, Thanksgiving and January, I want nothing to do with spreadsheets.
Or just data accumulation. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Alright, Gene is saying the Cowboys the question isn't if they're gonna make it to the playoffs, they totally will. It's a question of what they'll do in the playoffs. I heard that they're, like, a favorite for winning the NFC East or whatever their division is. Their division of labor. I don't know.
Their so-called category. If that is their true designation.
Whatever it is you do over there, you're set to win it. But I don't know if
Top of
that's a
your
big
class.
deal. I don't know who else is in their division. I think the Bills. I think it's like I don't know. I don't really even know what
That
divisions
sounds
do.
right to me. I mean, I think it's just the like
Oh,
quadrants that they have
okay.
in. No, I'm
And the
being told no.
Cowboys.
I'm being
Oh
told
no.
no. I'm wrong.
Mm.
All right, we'll learn live. Give us a goddamn second.
Cowboys were penalized for the punter thing,
Okay.
which personally, I think the penalty should have been that he didn't just block the damn ball.
I mean, yeah, do your job. I'm just kidding. Again,
Yeah,
just
we're
kidding.
totally kidding. We're totally
You
kidding.
guys are
We
doing
couldn't.
great.
I couldn't dream of doing this.
No, no. Hope you all get like a nice ice bath after this, and like a
Good.
Tylenol.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like a sauna, like a team sauna afterwards where you all decompress, share your
everybody's
feelings.
everybody's sweaty.
What are you drinking?
Lemonade, but from
Oh,
a cute little
cutie.
glass.
Evan, you're just on ultra cute mode today, and I am
Oh my
so in love
god.
with it.
Thank you. That's so kind.
It's because you're in the Midwest, you're immediately more wholesome,
I
even with your
appreciate that.
visible rat tattoo. Savannah, Evan got a new tattoo and it's a rat.
Savannah.
Savannah, Evan got a rat.
I actually got 2 tattoos, and I will shouts out to the artist if I can just get their names up because I want to be right.
I think you gotta show us the rat, Evan. I
I
think we
will
need the
certainly, I will certainly
yeah,
give a
we need the deeds
slight
here.
tour.
I
Okay.
I was having I'm not a quarterback, but I was having my snack earlier, and, I got, like, this cocoa dusted cheese that I
Okay.
thought said coffee, like coffee and cocoa cheese, and I've actually really enjoyed coffee cheeses in the past, so I got it, and I took a bite of it, not realizing it was goat cheese, and
Ooh,
that was
that's
a
rough.
thing. Unexpected goat cheese is not the way to cheese.
Definitely not the way to cheese. It does look
No.
like there might be an injured bill on the ground.
Oh.
Um,
Oh,
so
pretty hair. Oh my gosh, what a reveal.
what a reveal. That was honestly a great reveal.
Yeah, that was commercial worthy, like
The bounce, the volume,
mhm.
yeah, fantastic.
Oh, big TD by the
Yeah,
Bills.
wow, very, very nice.
That's what's up, and he's flying away. James Cook, well done. Oh, we're gonna see some do my little dancey dance. Great
Okay,
job, boys.
0-13. So far, I'm eating my prediction. And I actually think the 8 ball is too, but there's still time. There's still plenty of game
Oh,
to be
yeah,
played.
what quarter are we? We're certainly only in the first
We're in the
quarter.
we're in the second, I think. I think
Do
because we
they
are
tell us these
unreliable.
things?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean they show us the clock, and we just happen to not be paying attention. It is the second quarter. I can tell on our little scoreboard on our
Okay, it's
thing.
new into the second quarter. All right. Yeah, Savannah wants to see the rat. We know. Howard Jones just said Eagles. I don't know what to make of that, Howard. I
We
would
Howard, we weren't looking. I'm sorry. We don't remember what we were talking about.
Eagles. Just random name in the chat. Also, we
Oh,
are
playoff team.
suggesting that the Philadelphia Eagles change their name next season to the Philadelphia Feminists. So there's
It,
that.
it was one of the options we've thrown out there.
Okay, Mean Gene is answering our questions per usual. Thank you so much. AFC East is the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Patriots. Okay, so that's gonna be the Dolphins, right? Like
Yeah,
for
I
yeah.
think so. I mean, that's what we've decided every time we've watched them or talked about them is that they're
Yeah,
gonna do big things. Those Dolphins.
they're having a really good season. Tyreek's out right now.
I
Not for the
know.
drama, but
I
for an
know, not for
ankle
the drama, for the
injury.
ankle. I heard on the way here, actually, I was informed of that. So, again, thanks, fam, for keeping me informed on stuff.
Oh, the Eagles are 14 and 0? No, that can't be true because I think
We know they
the
lost last week.
yeah, didn't they lose last week to the Dallas Cowboys?
We're
Howard,
not tracking.
welcome to being as unreliable as we are.
No, we can't assume that. We're misinterpreting you, Howard. Probably.
Oh, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Anyway.
Okay, so anyway, I can tell you that one of my tattoos is this one here. at the very top,
Is it
which
Mo?
is Mo
I think you're gonna
from
have to stand, I'm sorry, but I think you're gonna have to come into the light.
Mo into focus. Okay. I have a lot of
If you
cords.
can't, then don't. If you can't, we can post it in the chat later.
Okay. I think I've got it.
Yep, that's Mo holding a knife, I can see it.
No, no, no. That's
No?
Mo holding 2 knives, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty terrific.
No, go
Um,
back to the rat, go back to the rat.
so this is the
Yes.
rat.
Rat pack, rat
Yes,
pack.
Rat Pack. So there is, I can't even, you know what? I'm not even gonna go into the explanation, but this is a tattoo of a rat, and that's all you gotta know, okay?
Needs no explanation, Evan,
Needs
needs
no
no
explanation.
explanation.
But I do wanna give, a shout out to the 2 different artists because one of them is Atina Tattoo. She is in Mexico City. She's known as the queen of Simpsons tattoos. And the other
But
one,
she was in your city, 'cause you weren't in Mexico City.
she was in my city, yes. She
Okay,
was
I was
she
like,
was
"What?"
traveling around and I happened to get to her. And the other one, oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one because I just can't find it off the top of my head. But she's based in New York. I happened to catch her at a tattoo convention in Chicago and loved her work. I'm obviously showing it to you. It's the rat.
Yeah, too cute, too cute.
Okay, Eagles have 10 wins, 3 losses. Um, yeah, that's I think
Oh, Gina sa Howard was saying the score is 14.
yeah, we saw that.
Astute observation.
We saw that. We
Thank
were with you. We were
thank
there.
you.
But you know what's worse is that we weren't like, "The score's 14-0." We know what
Yeah,
he's talking about,
no,
and then
we were
we
like,
didn't track that
"What?"
at all. What could you possibly be talking about?
It's literally the only thing in front of us, and presumably something we're projecting on our live stream now.
Oh, no,
Yes,
it
you can
yeah,
see it.
well oh, I see. No, that might be why actually, because, maybe the score hasn't caught up. But listen, that
Oh, it
happens
did
every
now.
now and then. It should be there. Okay.
Scores up, scores up. We're all good.
Thanks, thanks.
Okay,
Um
so last week, we didn't stream the Chiefs game, but I did watch it. Did you see the Patrick Mahomes freak out that everyone got, like, really up in arms about?
um, I don't know if we're talking about the same one. I did see a freak out.
It was the end of the game. It
Yes,
was an
okay.
end of game freak out.
Yes, I saw that one. Yeah.
Okay, he and Andy Reid both got fines for their
I saw
reactions.
that, like, a
Yeah,
crazy amount, right?
150K total, 50 for Andy or 50 for Patrick and 100 for Andy or something like that.
Wow. I didn't see what Andy Reid had done. Wow, that guy got hit hard.
Flattened like a pancake.
Mm, that's the kinda commentary you can expect from us. One of those guys got hit real hard out there. Um, yeah, no, that
Yeah.
fine was, I guess not unexpected, but the price was, like, really crazy high.
It was against the officials too, like, you can't disrespect the officials like that or they'll make it hurt with your pocketbook. Also, it's like, guys,
It's
was
all just
that a
one's
bad
money.
it seemed like the right call. I thought that Kadarius Toney did seem to be across the line.
I
I don't
mean,
think
I didn't watch it, too closely, but I
okay, chat, we're looking for your take on this. Was Kadarius Toney in the wrong on
yeah,
that,
let
like,
us know.
call?
What I
'Cause
saw
they
after the fact was just that, like
do you see this blue line on the screen right now, Evan?
yes,
His foot was on that. It wasn't over it, but it was very much on it. Like, half of
gotcha.
his foot was on the blue line, which negated a touchdown.
Right. Okay, and
Yeah,
that
and
touchdown was, like, really
game
cool.
game changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely game changing. Yeah, it was, like, a problem.
Yeah, s that's a bummer when the game goes that way. I
But
don't
I'm like,
know, man, sometimes you
Andy,
just lose.
I just felt like, guys, the person you might need to be screaming at here is Kadarius, and then Andy, that's kind of on you for getting him on the team and keeping him after he showed blunder after blunder in the first few weeks.
You've had some very strong commentary. You let me know what's going on out there, and that's definitely a recurring name when I'm not watching the games that you're like, "What's going
Yeah,
on?"
I mean, he's
Whoa, what
been
a hit.
kind of yeah, big hit. He's kind of been like a problem player, and he's just sorta acting like a rookie. Oh, that's CD Lamb. That's who's going for the receiving yards record.
Okay. Well, he just received some yards and then a hit on a head. So
He did the thing.
he
He
did
received the yards.
it.
Okay,
And
we've
then he
got
hit the ground real hard.
opinions.
Okay,
Okay.
so should have asked the official if he was good. Seb says he was in the wrong. So okay, well we don't know what we're talking about, and that's
Who was in the
surprising.
wrong? The
Um.
officials or Andy and
Oh, you
Pat?
know what? Good point.
I don't understand.
Clarify, please.
But the
The
call
call
is
is subjective,
subjective
depending on
depending
the
on the
game.
Savannah, remember when you were supposed to be here with us? Because we don't know
To
what the fuck we're talking about, and you kinda do? The 3rd woman of GSPN is in the chat being as helpful as our other regulars, and we just miss you. That's all I wanna
we
say. We miss you. It's
um
crazy to think what it'd be like with you on here.
I'm in the States, so I have plans to see Sevs
I
for dinner.
know, I know. I am so jealous, but also just happy that you guys get to meet up.
I know, I'm excited.
Are you getting sushi again?
No, but that was a great sushi place. I was just thinking about that. I'm not gonna say where we're going, but we're gonna get some Thai food. So we'll be going somewhere.
Is that a
Um,
local spot?
I'm not gonna say where we're going before we're going, but I will
Oh,
certainly
okay.
plug it
I was like,
after.
"I know that spot. That's a great spot. We should promote it." But fair. Safety and everything. Who knows where
Uh
this true advisor that was once with us could be lurking in the shadows.
Lurking in the shadows. Um, but no, yeah, we're gonna go grab dinner and with a couple other people. I'm sure you know the crowd. You might not know the
I
crowd.
do. I know the
I
crew. I
I
like to
throw
think.
a bunch of people into a group text and hope they all show up for me whenever I'm in town, and they do. I love you guys.
Beautiful.
Um, yeah. So what's going on in the field? They're really close to the end zone. He was
Okay,
dead
guys,
wrong.
who are we talking he was lined up offsides, but
Okay,
the
even in
problem is
college. TikTok told me these things. LOL, it's so
oh,
funny.
okay, Tony was in the wrong, but the official should have given him a heads up.
Okay, and
Read
Reed
him
and Mahomes were overreacting. Agreed. I think ultimately that's what it comes down to is they were
yeah.
definitely
Oh,
overreacting.
they I mean, I'm sure that when you're in that moment, like, it's
Punch to
so
the
hard to
face.
control your emotions, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was tough to watch. It didn't leave a great impression.
No, definitely.
We
A
just I mean, the thing
gentleman's
is,
sport, guys.
y'all are
Come
at work,
on.
y'all are at work, and it's a game. It's
That's
just
true.
not a good look.
I only get to scream at retail sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I love this game. I just love this game. We got a big boy jumping up to catch the ball. He's got on his shades. You love the shades, right?
I do
Evan
love
loves the
the
look
dark
of the
visors.
shades.
I just think it looks so good. You're gonna go
Ugh,
extra fast.
Prescott is pressed. He says, "How did that happen?" Well, it was a great play by the defense. These are great defenses right now.
Dang,
Aw,
so
honey, don't be
close.
upset with yourself. You did a good job.
Yeah, he did do a good job. And look at his teammates.
Give yourself some credit. A pat on the back.
Yeah, you tried
Oh,
hard.
I think we're seeing Dak Prescott wearing a gold chain
Okay.
at the football game.
Okay.
I think that that can be done, but I think that that seems risky.
I agree with you. Nothing
Yeah,
that could get caught, and certainly nothing that could strangle you.
that's already such a thing that they say, like, about players with long hair.
Oh,
Like, that
really?
they are at risk of being, like, dragged down by the hair, and I think it's, like, obviously frowned upon, but something that people will do when they're trying to, like, take you down and they don't like you, they'll be like, "And yank,"
I mean,
you know?
listen, yeah, if it's there and they're just like trying
It's
to grab
legal,
at
yeah, I think it is
anything, then
legal.
yeah. I mean, we just saw that guy get gripped by his neck pads and thrown backwards. So I just can't imagine if like you had a necklace get caught in that and then it's just like
Yeah, that would suck.
black out real fast. Okay, so it sounds like
Freebie, that's what we call a freebie.
just one for fun. So it sounds like everybody thinks Tony was wrong. Reed and Mahomes were
Yeah, okay, but
overreacting.
that's interesting that we also think the sideline ref should have just been like, "Hey, man, careful." You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because it sounds like that is typical.
we don't know them.
So much to speculate about in sports.
And we will. Oh, how
And
we'll
we w and
speculate.
how.
And how.
Okay, Justin Jefferson oh, this isn't ad, but it's Justin Jefferson, who is the wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings.
All of this sounds right to me.
Can we check?
I wouldn't
I think he is a wide receiver for the
I'm
Minnesota
this
Vikings,
has been
and I think that
confirmed.
is something that I've retained.
Whoa. Whoa.
Football wide receiver! What's up? What's up? She can be taught, she can learn.
GSPN, GSPN.
GSPN.
That's
Yes,
right.
baby. You're watching Fog Ellen learn in real time.
Limited knowledge. Limited knowledge.
Women in knowledge. All right, and for that, I'm gonna.
Did you just say women in knowledge?
That's what I heard you say.
I said
What'd you say?
limited.
Women in
I said
college?
limited knowledge, but
Women in knowledge.
we're here to
Yikes.
have a good time.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna get my own cold snack now. So BRB.
Please do.
I travel to the sidelines. I hope that that still of my back is what will make it to the thumbnail for GSPN this
Every week it's a new surprise every time. Okay, I have my pillows, I have my snacks. I'm all situated. I see why people love watching football. I'm just sitting here with snacks.
quarterback snacks.
Quarterback snacks. We definitely do need to make that a little bit.
Okay, so our bits are renaming the NFL. Oh my gosh, I was with someone. I'm
Are
in
you
Arizona,
seeing all
obviously.
these scramblings? Okay, so much happening and nothing happening. Again, just a lot of action to get there. Okay, so you're in Arizona.
I'm in Arizona, and someone was talking about the Cardinals, and I was like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "That's the football team." And I was like, "Oh, you mean the Tarantula Hawks?" I I do
Fully
not
committed to
hide.
it.
Yeah. And Cardinals is just so forgettable. Like
It
there
is.
there are a million Cardinals teams in like every state, it feels like.
I definitely just think of the St. Louis Cards. That's what I think of.
Well, wasn't one of the oh my god, it's a fumble. It's a
Oh.
fumble ball.
Yes. What you're about to say is correct. The first team for the founding, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess it should be. I mean, maybe we look at the start of baseball, but we're not interested in that sport. Sorry if that
Not
offends
at all.
anybody.
Least
Um,
interesting sport.
yeah, no, so we won't be watching, but we're just assuming that I don't know, football was invented first, so they should be keeping the name, but we think of the St. Louis Cardinals, so it's the Tarantula Hawks in this household.
Love it. Okay, Cook is mad. Cook thinks he was brought down unfairly.
I was just gonna say because again, he was just whipped around. It really does seem like
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
just being manhandled out there.
he's claiming there was illegal contact to the helmet, I think.
Which
But
I can see in this game. It does seem like again,
yeah, we're
I can
getting
see that
some
illegal contact.
illegal that was the prediction for this game,
Mhm.
was that we would see a lot of that, and we were right.
Mhm.
All right, we are 5 minutes left in the second half, which means we are 10 to 15 minutes away from Pop Culture Pop Trivia.
Second quarter, yeah, no, I'm excited. It'll be a good one. I haven't really been keeping up. I got a notification that my screen time was down this week. So that's bad
Proud of
news
you.
for
Proud of
bad
you, girl.
news for the trivia.
Yep. Oh, I
Oh,
actually
is that a live
oh,
ball?
no,
I
and
can't
also
tell what
something that I
happened.
thought was a fumble earlier clearly wasn't.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what we're
We have
talking
no
about.
clue what we're
Sometimes stuff
seeing here.
happens. And listen, they're kind of reacting like really strongly for some things where it's like, okay, guys, like,
Do you think they're too emotional to play the game?
ooh, I don't know.
Oh, people are putting the smack down.
Oh shit, yeah, holy crap. Wow. At least 3 different guys thrown down on the field, and
Oh
Allen
my
stopped by
god.
somebody on the
What
Cowboys.
the fuck?
Let's see that
Okay,
again.
so we've got a dog pile on Stefan Diggs, and then
Okay.
what's happening in the rest of the field? Oh, are we just trying to see if it's a first down? Oh, and did the rain start? What's the weather? Where
I
are
was
they?
just gonna say before we go into the half, we should figure out what the weather is.
Most teams carry 6 to 7 wide receivers, and yet the Chiefs can't make a play to save their lives? Unreal.
That is, I mean, we have very few opinions here. Okay, we have very few established and strongly held opinions here, but the wide receiver issue on the Chiefs one is one we do have. Oh,
Oh, it's a flag, and he is aghast. Carcy
who?
or
Me?
Kierce, he does not agree.
For what?
Well, I
How is
think
that
he
a
was just
crime?
doing his job, but once he didn't catch that ball, that was forward momentum. There was nothing that man could have done to have stopped that
Yeah,
from
no,
happening.
I mean, you
God, that's so dumb.
could have, helped him up and like given him a high five or something, but
Oh, that's not happening in this game. There will be no high fives in
that
this
is, it
game
was kind of
for
like, I don't know.
sure.
I think we've talked about this before, like how if maybe it's kind of one of those technicality things where it like ultimately doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
they have to say you can't do that even if it
Yeah.
was just, like, forward momentum. Because
Yeah.
that's half of my problem with,
Holding.
holding calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it's like, "Bruh, they were just trying to block, and then the guy ran into their, like, wrist, and now it's holding." And they're like, "They
Yeah.
have to call it."
Consistency, but very
Ooh,
inconsistent.
we've got
Arizona Cardinals.
facts with Mean Gene in the chat.
Okay. Facts with Mean Gene. All right, Mean Gene, when you show up and we don't know what we're talking about, we'll get a graphic and
He's saying that the Cardinals were in St. Louis until 1988 when they came to Arizona.
Okay. All right.
Okay, current weather at
I should have
Highmark
known that.
Stadium, 47 degrees and cloudy. Periods of rain for at least 60 minutes, but I'm not saying it yet.
Okay.
But they are supposed to get snow tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Evan. I yes. Oh, Josh Allen carries the ball across the
Yeah,
line of
wow.
scrimmage with, like, multiple men on him.
Yeah, like at least two at once.
Yeah, he wants calls, he wants calls. He wants someone to find his playbook thingy.
Or his
He's like,
pulse.
"Hey, my playbook thingy is missing.
That's right, got ripped
Someone
right
find
off of
it."
me.
Yeah, yeah, yep. There it goes. He's
Yeah,
upset.
okay.
So they'll
That's fair.
find it. They'll
They'll
find it.
find it. They'll get it
The
back to
field
you.
ain't that big. It's not like it's littered with trash yet, Josh. They'll find it for you. Oh, look, they did.
They got a guy out there. Oh, look, they did.
I, have been having really weird dreams.
Okay.
I typically do, but as I near
Holding, you
my
think? Was that
my
holding?
moon,
Your
I
moon.
had
Okay.
one last night where we were in Lawrence, Kansas, and it snowed like 3 to 4 feet unexpectedly, but so unexpectedly that many people were caught out driving while this was happening. It was just like snow dumping on the roads, and I was going down a small hill so that I could get home to an apartment that I've never lived in Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay.
And to avoid crashing into 4 cars that were stopped at the end of this hill, I swerved and I
Okay.
went into a row of hedges, and my car was, like, up in these hedges. And the next day, all of the snow was, like, miraculously cleared. How big of a deal is it that he lost this little playbook? He is really acting like that was a big problem. They've
I
shown
mean,
it, like, 4 times.
I'm wondering if that is like a, well, I
He
mean,
wanted a penalty. He
yeah,
wanted to
like
be
a
like,
holding call or
yeah,
something because it got ripped off. Like it,
whatever.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's because the ref prefers the Cowboy.
That's a thing we heard
I know.
online.
Okay, so anyway, the next day, the
Mhm.
snow
It's
miraculously
gone.
cleared,
Mhm.
and my car is gone. And I'm calling the Lawrence police, and I'm like, "Hey, did y'all, like, tow my car or whatever?" And they were like, "Yeah, we did. You were parked in hedges." And I was like, "Well, you gotta tell me where my car is, da, da, da." And they were, like, giving me the runaround. And then when I told them, I was like, "I went into the hedges because I was gonna, like, kill 5 people trapped in their cars if I didn't do that." And they were like, "Oh, why didn't you say so?"
So this is
And
like
then, like, gave me my car back for free. I was like, "That was such a weird dream."
this is like a weird, almost like insurance-based bad dream where
I
it's
know,
like
but the
bureaucracy?
snow was gorgeous. The snow was, like, so pretty in the dream. I was like, "Oh, I think I'm feeling nostalgic that I won't get to see snow this year."
Well, I feel like even if you were in the Midwest, your chances were pretty low. Nowhere I've been this year has really had snow, so
Not yet, but December's not
I
the
know.
time for the Midwest. It's January and February and sometimes March.
I was gonna say I definitely am expecting that that February, March, but I was hoping for Christmas, for the holidays.
Happy holiday. I've been in
Okay.
the giving mood lately.
Oh yeah, told me more, I guess. Tell
Oh,
me.
no, just, like, Christmassy mood. I mean, like, I've
Mm,
gotten gifts for many people, and I'm, like,
yeah.
wrapping them, listening to Christmas music, and it's very great. I'm
Think
enjoying
I
it.
told you last weekend that we had gotten a real Christmas tree, which I'm excited about. We've got it mostly decorated.
Ooh.
There are no lights, and let me tell you, turns out you need those, but we're not there right now. Obviously,
To
we
make it
can't we
look
can't have them.
dazzling, or why do you need lights?
To make it look dazzling, to make it look full. It's just really lacking a certain something. Um,
Gotcha.
so it's kind of
What
it's
is
bringing
Rob
some of the
Gronkowski
Christmas
about to
spirit.
do to this table?
It does seem like he's gonna jump onto it
I
and
think that's a reference to something he did at a party last year.
okay. Thank you very much.
That doesn't look like lemonade.
It's not. I'm actually not entirely positive what it is.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Alright, we're down to 2 minutes in the second.
2 minutes in a second.
Oh my gosh, and the Bills are about to make another touchdown.
Wow. Oh,
Unreal.
okay. I don't think he was.
No, 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 he's not
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
but they're,
Yeah.
like, first and goal for
Yeah. For
sure.
sure. Okay.
This is so not how I expected this game to go. We thought it was gonna be low scoring, hard fought. I mean, this is hard fought, but, like,
Oh,
the Bills
definitely.
are trouncing.
We should have. Maybe we should consider guessing some scores here. Except when we do some research, sometimes there are ranges that we see, or at least that I see, that might give it away a little bit. But
On the predictions or
yeah,
what?
on predictions, yeah, because I feel like we would have been wildly off today, which is always fun to see.
All the predictions that I saw were for the Bills. It was majority Bills.
Mm.
And people were saying, like, Josh Allen's good to have on your fantasy team, but I'm not even gonna pretend to know what that means. I see
um,
people in the chat saying, "Savannah, go Bills."
the Bills Mafia jump through. Okay, okay. The Bills Mafia jump through tables, sometimes flaming tables, or sometimes the Bills fans are
And Savannah,
flaming.
you're saying go Bills.
I believe
Questions?
I believe Savannah since spent some time in New York in her youth, so she might have a personal affinity to it. Even though that is a betrayal to us. There is a player down on the field. I think it's a Cowboy.
Oh, no.
That or they're threatening a bill.
I'm moving on to my quarterback snack, which is, a large box store cheddar and caramel popcorn mix that I am
Nice.
obsessed with. Oh, no, he's
Good
off the
one.
field. Linebacker Damon Clark. I don't know
Little
what happened.
crunch
There's
after
my
that was
dad.
so funny. There's your dad.
I don't know what my dad's doing out there, but he's there.
Looking stern.
From that side angle, it didn't look as much like my dad, but
Not at all, but I still could
yeah.
tell. I still knew who you're
Mhm.
talking about. This isn't the guy who's going for the yards, though.
Sav says she lived there. Savannah, unfortunately, that's not enough.
That's just not enough. Um just as a heads up, Ellen, you are doing full on
ASMR.
snack ASMR, which hey, I love, but I'm just letting you know so you're aware. Um
Better. I don't want to do ASMR. Not for free.
It's just the softest little crunch. Better.
All right, all right. I'll do one real one with a caramel piece.
Okay. Wow. Oh. It just kept
Gross,
going.
right?
Yeah, I personally hate that so much,
So
but
bad.
maybe
Awful.
it's your thing. Someone in the chat. Okay, so flaming
Flaming
tables.
tables.
So I'm
Gross.
expecting to see Rob Gronkowski go through fire, or why waste my time? ESPN, NFL, whatever we're watching right now.
Okay, Dallas has 1 timeout remaining, Buffalo has 3. There's 2 minutes left in the game, so we should assume they'll all use them, and it'll take us 20 more minutes to get through
Mhm.
this minute and 30 seconds. 'Cause that's football, baby.
It looks like the Cowboys are about to dance. Like, they were all lined up in a way where it was just like, you're about to
That's
break out.
certainly a touchdown. Was it Allen?
Cannot tell what just happened there.
Yep, Josh Allen.
Well, good for him.
Hmm.
Well, we're happy for Savannah.
Yeah, we're happy. Well,
Is 74 the guy that jumped? No, that was on the Cowboys.
mm-mm.
And by 74, I of course mean 73. I was just looking at all their jerseys, I guess.
All right, field goal time. Evan, we should start a new phrase
Uh-huh.
when something takes a really long time. You know how people will say, like, that's showbiz, baby. When
Uh-huh.
something's taking forever, we should say, that's football, baby.
I love it, and thank you for the walk through there. God, I love you.
You said you hadn't slept much today.
No, I know, and I'm feeling. I told you it was going to go one of two ways. I gave my beautiful co-host here a heads up that I was extra sleepy today, and that it was going to go one of two ways. I was either going to be not present, physically be here, but just spiritually a ghost, or slap happy. And I feel like it is the latter that is happening. So we'll
Well,
see
we
how the
got
rest
such
of it
an
goes.
interesting game. We got so lucky.
Yeah, we definitely did.
If this game was a bore, we would have both been very sad.
We probably I feel like we would have called it. We have no problem calling it at a third quarter and being done with it.
We've actually only done that once. We've made it all the way through really boring games before.
And I think even if you weren't going to leave, we were going to call that game because it was very boring.
That was that game. Last week
Yes.
was the really boring one.
It was.
That was brutal. That was
It's
so
blocked from my
tough.
memory.
And then, you know what happened? I made it to the
got
airport.
a little interesting, and you watched the KC game.
Yes, I
Yeah.
made it to the airport in 6 minutes.
Yeah,
I
you got
got
there so
through.
fast. You FaceTimed me, and I was like, "What? How were you there?"
I have pre-check and I just brought carry-on this time, so it was like nothing. And like a Sunday at 2 p.m. is apparently a low-key time to travel. So anyway, I got through and I sat down and got a beer at one of the bars before getting on my flight. And then, yeah, like a super interesting game was unfolding before me. And I was like, of course. Of course. And the Chiefs
Well, it
game was
happens.
starting, and I watched that on the plane. Oh my gosh, something super interesting happened. Okay. I was traveling, and it told me I had a direct flight, which I somewhat did because I didn't change planes. But we did make a stop, and I was one of those weirdos who stayed on the plane.
Is that? I feel like that's not a direct flight, so I understand your confusion.
I was super confused, and I was so bored just sitting there like, well, okay, now I'm like hanging out here like a doofus with nothing to do. So I saw that the cockpit was open, so I just walked in there, and there was just a guy in there who was like the pilot, and I was like, "Can I come in here?" And he
Can
was
I
like,
poke around?
yeah, and he said, yeah. So I got to sit in the cockpit and I hung out with a guy. I won't say his name in case he like wasn't supposed to do that, but we were just stationary. And we just hung out in there for like 15 minutes and he showed me some stuff about what pilots do and it's a lot of buttons and he knows
I was
what
gonna
all
say
of
what
them do.
buttons they press.
And
Thank
it
God. That's
looks
reassuring.
yeah, it looks so old. I was like, this looks like it's from the 80s. Like nothing has changed since the 80s. And he was like, oh, this is one of the new ones. He was like, but yeah, the systems don't change. He was like, everything on here will probably always be manual. You know, he was like, I don't think they'll ever make the switch to like touch screen or anything like that
Yeah,
because
because if it fails, yeah.
yeah, you're like literally dead.
Yeah. I mean, and those little tech I don't want to talk about flying in in that stuff, but let's get into this trivia maybe that is there instead of
Okay, yeah,
the
look
things
who's
that
really
can
in the
reasonably go wrong.
spirit.
So Mean
Okay.
Gene is asking us, there are 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. So 8 that
Mhm.
have been and 4 that have never been. So 8 that have been and never won, 4 that have never been and
All right,
therefore
so
never
let's go
won.
with the 4. Let's start with the 4. Never been and never won.
Okay, we know 2 of these because we talked about them last week.
I don't know that we know that they were ones who have also never been, but the Browns.
One of them had never been, and one of them had been and not won. So one was the Browns, who I cannot recall which one is which there. And what was
Okay.
the second one? It wasn't the
Cleveland Browns,
hmm. See, this is gonna require us to remember a lot of
Minnesota
team names.
Vikings.
Okay.
I'm going Cleveland Browns, Minnesota Vikings, Jaguars. It was
Sounds like the
Jaguars. We were
Jags, yeah.
watching the Jaguars.
So I don't think the Jags have ever been, and I think the Browns have never won.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that
That's
assessment.
2. We got 2.
No, we got 3. We got
Okay,
3. I
3,
said the
3, because
Vikings.
oh, that's right, the Vikings. Okay, we're gonna go with the Vikings, and then I feel like
I wanna say, like, a newer team. Oh, the Bay oh, have the Chicago Bears have one. They had that guy, Ditka. Okay. What's, like, a fringe team?
have the Buccaneers ever won?
They won the Super Bowl with Brady, like, 2 years ago.
Okay. Texans.
Texas has the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston
The
Horns? The
the
Texans. I'm gonna
te
go with the Texans because I have
yeah.
never heard anything about them.
If honestly, that's one of those that's a name we have to change.
Yeah, the
NFL,
Texans,
what are you
so dumb.
doing? It sounds like it's not actually a team
Once again, like, a pack of 6th graders were rallied together, and they
name.
were like, "What should we call this team?" "The Texans!" It's like the kids
And
that named their dog
The
Spot.
Bills sounds like that, like, generation's version of, like, Bob as a funny name, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
those are our 4. Okay, Jean, how did we do on those 4? We said Vikings. Well, we know it's not the Browns. Vikings, Browns, Jags. Okay, Evan, what about the Panthers? I never hear
Ooh,
shit about the Panthers. Alright, I'm putting them on the list.
okay, I'm into it.
Panthers are on the list of the 8, so we've got 5. Man, 8 teams have never. Okay, have the Bills won a
Ooh, you
Super
know what?
Bowl?
The Lions, I do think are a good one to think about
Certainly,
here.
the Detroit Lions have won a Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think
They're
we've talked
so
about
old.
them having not. Never made it
Okay.
to this but didn't we say the Detroit Lions were one of
The
America's
first
teams?
Super Bowl one of the no, the first Super Bowl was Green Bay Chiefs, but Green Bay won.
Didn't we say that Cowboys, Detroit Lions, and, somebody else is America's team? We're
Yeah. Okay, they're leaving, but there's 13 seconds left. Once again, we have no clue how sports work.
we really don't. They just ate those 13 seconds, they get them back later.
Okay, the 4 that have never been Evan, you were so right. Browns, Lions, Texans, Jags. So we got 3 out of the 4.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
alright.
Okay,
I
so never
honestly the
won.
Lions I was struggling with there.
Okay, so Panthers. I'm saying the
'Kay.
Panthers have never won a Super Bowl. Um, have the Bengals ever
That's a
won a
good
Super Bowl?
guess. Let's say
Okay,
no.
Panthers, Bengals.
We have to
Um,
come up with 8 of these? Panthers?
Cardinals?
8.
Have the Arizona Cardinals ever won a Super Bowl? They got traded in 1988 from St. Louis. Well, it's possible they did as the St. Louis Cardinals. Or they were so shitty that they were like, "Oh, no, go ahead and go."
Alright, add them to the list. Cardinals have not won.
Okay,
They might have made
Panthers,
it. They might have made it, but
Bengals,
they didn't win.
Cardinals, so we have one more team. Never won a
Hmm.
Super Bowl.
Okay, I feel like we're missing somebody in the West or the North.
There's the LA Rams and the LA Chargers, but I think it could be the LA Chargers.
Let's go
I
with the
think they're the
Chargers.
newest team. Yeah, okay, LA Chargers.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
Panthers, Chargers, Bengals. Who was the last one we said? Cardinals?
no,
Panthers,
the Chargers? The last one.
Chargers, Bengals, and then I think we just said Cardinals.
Okay, I'm Googling never won Super Bowl. Okay, wait, we had to come up with 8, didn't we? Because we have to come
Yeah,
up
we did.
with 12. Okay, so we still have 4 more to come up with.
No, no, no. 4. We named the 4. Browns, Lions, Texans, Jags, and then we need the
Mhm.
other 4.
So
Panthers, Bengals.
8 that have been and not
Oh,
one.
for fuck's sake. I can't name that many football teams. Alright, just
I
tell
know,
me.
that's why I
I've
was like,
We're
so
about to get
other ones.
into our pop culture pop trivia, so let's do the reveal.
Okay, I've got a reveal. Let me see.
Thank you for the great question, Jean.
Yeah.
That was really good. Thank you.
Okay, it looks like never won the Super Bowl. Cardinals, Falcons, Bills, Panthers, Bengals, Browns, Lions, Texans. I've clicked on more items, but it won't load. So,
It's Texans, Browns, Jags, Lions.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great. Okay. I would have never named the Falcons, but once I remembered them, I would've. And I was right about the
Definitely.
Cardinals,
And that's
and I was right
another
about the
one.
Bills.
I'm gonna add Falcons to like let's change them because
Terrible
it
name.
it's not even just that
Sorry,
it's a terrible
Jean.
name.
Jean is a Falcons fan, by the way.
Oh, I'm
Jean is
sorry,
from
Jean. I'm
Jean's
sorry.
from Atlanta. Honestly, Jean, you should help us rename them then, 'cause,
It's
like, that
really
name
just like
sucks.
what is it looks like a superhero logo that I would see on what's a I don't
Looks like that. Okay,
All right, trivia, let's do it.
ladies and gentlemen, we have entered the halftime segment of our show, which is known as Pop Culture Pop Trivia, where I ask questions about relevant pop culture, but this week you get some vintage pop culture too.
Oh god. All
Okay,
right, let's
without
do it.
further ado, TikTok
Okay.
introduced a niche genre of ASMR called restocking.
Uh-huh.
One item in particular has a history of garnering class warfare in the comments when restocked. What item is that?
I feel like there could be so many different answers here. Is it restocked or is it when it's like unloaded and cleaned kind of thing? Or is it a restocking?
It's a restocking video.
Huh. I Holy crap. There's so many products this could be.
And
Um,
I feel like as soon as I say it, you'll be like, "Yeah." It's arguably one of the things that made restocking videos popular on TikTok.
is it I feel like it's gonna be the juices and beverages. Like, it's
It's
gonna
ice.
Oh, shit, yeah,
It's
ice. No,
fancy ice.
totally makes sense.
Yep,
Definitely. Okay, yeah, a lot to
fancy
unpack with that.
ices.
But
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I love a good ice cube, so I get it, but there's for sure
You do too, but you don't
overconsumption.
have an entire compartment in your freezer dedicated to 14 different types of ice shaped like Christmas ornaments with glitter in them.
Oh,
But do
glitter.
we want that? Yes.
Maybe
Okay,
later.
next question. Simone Biles is married to an NFL player. What team does he play for?
We just watched Is
Yes,
it
we did.
wait, a jag?
What will
Wait,
Evan retain?
is it a jaguar? I'm gonna
No, Green Bay
Ah!
Packers. He
Son of a
plays
bitch.
for the Green Bay Packers.
Well, answer to that one was will not retain much, but okay.
Question 3. What famous comedian was spotted DJing his son's fraternity tailgate earlier this year?
Okay, so his first name is Will, and he's Anchorman, and his last name
Are you fucking for real? Are you for real? I never expected you to not know his last
I
name.
wanna say Will Forte, and I know that's
Will
obviously not right. Will
Ferrell. Will
Ferrell! There
Ferrell,
we go, okay.
Evan.
Listen, I described him pretty well.
Yeah, you did get close. Will Forte is definitely a different looking dude.
Definitely.
Okay, this is kind of a throwback one. There's a couple throwbacks. One of Britney Spears' most iconic looks from the 2000s was a
Mm.
t-shirt she wore publicly after her breakup with JT. What did it say?
I know Paris Hilton had one that said "dump him," but my I don't know what hers said. I'm sorry.
Okay, that was not Paris Hilton, that was Britney Spears, and the answer was "dump him," but you did
Awesome.
not get it.
Okay.
You
Well,
did not get it. You
you
went
know,
with, "I don't know."
I should have just answered, but what are you gonna
Okay, it was "dump him."
do?
Oh, okay, I'm interested to see if you know this one. Madeline Brockway
Okay.
went viral for the most extravagant wedding of the century. That's what they're
Mhm.
calling it, the most
Yes.
extravagant wedding of the century.
Mhm.
Only there was a twist.
Right.
Days later, her husband went to trial for what?
I believe he pulled a gun on a police officer, allegedly, according to accusations that he may or may not have against him.
Allegedly shot at multiple officers multiple times and is facing a plea deal for 25 years.
Well,
Bonus
mazel.
question, what state did he attempt this in?
It sounds Florida, but it just can't be. I'm gonna say Connecticut because of everything I saw.
He shot at Texas Rangers.
I should have because that's so stupid. I probably should have just
Texas!
guessed to
Did you
that.
shoot at a cop in Texas?
Multiple
Allegedly,
and
you are going to jail
to still be alive is pretty crazy. So
to still
congrats.
be. Yeah, that is
Congrats to you.
unreal. Okay. So, that was Madeline Brockway and
Not doing great today. I told you
not
my screen
doing
time was
great.
down.
Not doing great. I am surprised though. I thought but you did get that one. You did get that one. Okay. In 2021, Jennifer Coolidge resurfaced as a Delulu icon on what dramedy series?
White Lotus.
Yes, Evan. Okay. Bonus question, if you can name any quote from her from that show.
I
One quote is a viral TikTok sound.
uh-huh. I
You have to do it in the voice if you know it.
I don't even know what it is. I would be making up a voice and a quote. I just
These
don't know.
days,
Oh,
they're trying to kill me.
That's right. Okay. Yes.
All right, all right. You got 1 point for that one. Name the head
Woo.
coach of the Patriots.
Bill Belichick.
Good
Oh,
job.
his name was like this close to just going away from my brain.
I didn't think you would know it. I genuinely did not think you would know
Thank
it.
you. Thanks. Well, I mean,
Sorry.
I guess not thank you.
Yeah, I was like, "There's no chance she'll get this one.
There's
It'll
a
be a good moment. We'll all love it."
we'll all laugh.
Okay. Name the animal that you're most likely to see on an online dating profile.
It's gotta be a oh. I wanna say fish, but then I'm like, it could be a dog, but
It's
fish is what
fish.
I'm gonna go with. Okay,
It's fish.
fish.
Good job. You get fish.
Woo!
Okay. 2 questions left.
Okay.
Another well, I
Shit.
won't say anything else actually.
Okay.
Who
Actually, I
did
won't.
Giselle Bundchen famously date before Tom Brady?
I'm just gonna go with Tony Romo because of what we talked about earlier. It wasn't Tony Romo.
No. Tony
I don't
No.
know.
No,
No
Leonardo
clue.
DiCaprio. It was
Oh,
Leonardo
wow.
DiCaprio.
I'm unsure of the ages that are happening in
Oh,
this.
well, we all know she would have been under 25 because
Yeah,
that's
which
a
is
rule.
I thought that I would have thought that she was older than he is. So that was just that is why I would never have guessed that.
No, I don't believe she is. I don't believe she is.
Well,
Okay, last
condolences to
question.
her.
Who is Zoe Kravitz engaged to?
She just recently got engaged, and fans will be delighted to know.
Sav, are you seeing this? Sav, Savannah, why weren't you answering in the chat?
People will love to know that she is engaged to. I know I've seen them out and about.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a famous pairing right now.
I want to say I'm going to say it's not Joaquin Phoenix, but that's the only man whose name is in
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix happily married to Rooney Mara. They just had a
That's
baby.
right. We talked about them recently. That's probably why the name is in my head.
I think so. It
So I don't know.
is heartthrob,
Uh-huh.
actor and dancer. She's the man star,
Oh no, Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
I am appalled at myself. Really sorry to the chat on that
First and
one.
foremost.
sorry. This is my formal apology. I guess since we're on YouTube, I should get a ukulele, but damn, that one hurt. That one hurt. So what are we at? Two?
I do
Two
think
this
you
week?
got 2. Yeah. I
Dang.
think you got the White Lotus one and you got Bill Belichick. Oh, you got fish.
Okay. Wow. Well, aren't we just all very grateful for fish?
You got fish. Yeah, and you got aggravated assault. You got 3.
You know what? I can always count on aggravated assault. So
Against an officer.
well, sorry for having some disappointing knowledge about culture. I also have disappointing knowledge about football, so tune in for more of that.
Yeah. Lovely. I think you
Lovely.
did, not as good as last week, but still good. Savannah, next time, join us with your answers in the chat. Yeah, I know. She didn't know Channing Tatum. Hurts to
Yeah.
see.
Sorry.
Greg
Sorry, but
Olson, forever reminding me of the actor that plays Dexter.
absolutely. You do mention
And
that when he
also
comes up,
the
and you're
blink.
right to do it.
Is he the blinking meme?
He looks like that too. Should we Google that? No, we'll just guess. We're gonna
I
say
don't think
yes,
he
he
is.
is.
I think blinking meme is a civilian.
I think that is actually we're getting so derailed. This is a silly thing for us to. There's meme history for this. We don't need to get into it. But yes, this man looks like Dexter. 100%.
Okay. All right, so rushing yards. We've got the Bills in the lead. Total yards, Bills in the lead. Points, Bills in the lead. Yeah, looks like the Bills are leading.
Pretty solidly in the lead there. The rushing yards and the total yards are pretty crazy to see. Honestly, all of it is pretty crazy to see compared to each other. And I'm disappointed because I wanted the Cowboys to win in today's iteration. But I think you are getting one of your predictions, which is chaos. It's definitely a lot of chaos
Yeah,
on the field. So
but
what
what
did
I'm
we?
not getting is a
Mhm.
song of wind and rain.
That's true, but they do have their little ponchos on the side, so that could be
They're up for it.
the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, we're being advised. So that's a
That would be a
lot.
bummer.
And
That would be hard on me
in a
mentally.
row, that's difficult. And then to expect people to remain a fan, and Savannah's out here doing it. Good for you. You're loyal.
Had to be you, baby. Had to be you. Evan bought a shirt randomly and wore it.
I
Oh, here's
did.
Aaron. Aaron back on the field.
Ah, we love Erin.
Dazzling as always.
Look at
I
her in
don't
that
have closed
hat.
captioning on today, so I have no clue what she's saying, but it's
That
great to see
shot
her.
said it all. You saw Dak Prescott hugging Zach Martin. Mike McCarthy told me out of the half that he felt his offense settled in after they lost Martin's, meaning they were able to deal with that side of the ball. I don't know what that means.
Me
Sounds
neither.
like they knew what they were doing when they were playing football, and more football is about to be played.
Are you
So
ready for some football?
okay, and apparently the Vikings lost 4 Super Bowls in the 70s. Again, that's pretty crazy to make it 4 times and lose 4 times. Great
Man, Vikings
catch
fans
there.
have it tough.
Yeah, not
Mm,
not great, historically not great.
no. Some of my retail team is based out of Minnesota. It just seems brutal.
Well,
Even, like,
that's
when they're
why
doing well, they'll find, like, really fucked up ways to lose.
that's why you should do what we do and just like watch other games and be fans of whatever's on at the time that you like the best
Mhm.
colors of.
I'm becoming a Cowboys fan as we speak.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really enjoying watching the game. This is another this and the
Are
we
you
should
eating kettle chips? Because we are certainly about to get an ASMR moment out of you.
I am eating kettle chips.
Do it. Do the thing. Please.
It's a little more vinegary than I expected, but this
Are they
is
perchance sea salt and vinegar?
yeah, yeah, they are. Spot on. This is a heads up. You have like 3 seconds if you don't like chewing ASMR.
Okay, if
I'll
you
do
don't
one of
like the
them.
chewing, please tune out.
Okay, here
Yes. Beautiful.
we go. We're not that kind of pod.
No, we're not. Not today. We
Not
could
today.
do a special segment where we do that for, God, no more than 2 minutes at most.
I mean, honestly, it makes me, like, not wanna eat now that I've listened to it, so,
Mm.
it would
Oh,
be
I mean
very
the
difficult.
whisper thing, not the eating thing.
Even the whispers, it's like, "Shut up." What are you
Oh,
talking
no,
about?
no. Whoa, whoa, no. I'm big whisper girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I
I
mean, it's
stand by what I said.
we don't have to agree, but I just wanna let you know I am big on it puts me to sleep in an instant.
Interesting. I will say, since we've started doing this and I've started watching so much more football consistently again, I do enjoy having this on in the background as I'm falling asleep sometimes, like having football on in the background. I find it more comforting than I used to.
Whoa, I can't fall asleep unless I'm in the pitch black with my earbuds in. I mean, by earbuds, I mean earplugs,
Uh-huh.
eye mask on,
Mhm. So
nothing
this is
else.
how it happens, and this is a routine, and I'm just thankful to my life producer at this point because that happens, and then once I'm, like, kind of drifting off, the football game goes off, the white noise goes on, I already have my eye mask, I already have my earplugs. We're sleeping very similarly. We discovered this several trips ago. We have similar sleep hygiene habits, and I definitely need that brown noise 12 hours uninterrupted.
Oh my god, sorry, because 'cause I'm chewing, and I know that you hate that. I got my Christmas gift.
Yeah? Oh, okay, great. It arrived.
No, not from you, I'm saying I
Oh,
did Christmas
oh.
with my producer.
Okay, yeah.
I got the Omnilux red light face mask. It's the medical grade one. So in case you haven't noticed, I'm starting to look 10 years younger.
I looked at that many times this past year, so I definitely want a review. I think we need to see it on the stream a time or 2. You
Mm-mm.
don't think so? You don't like the red Frankenstein look?
It is a jump scare. My dogs are terrified of me when I have it on.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
If you don't know what a red light face mask is, it is LED infrared red light technology, and that mine is FDA and doctor approved for, producing anti-aging effects. I think it increases the production of collagen or something like that.
I feel like instead of anti-aging, we could talk about, like, regeneration or something like
Yeah,
that.
uh-huh.
Let's change the term. Anyway, nice backdrop. Thank you so much, Kevin. I very much appreciate it. Artistic integrity from
I
you
know, I feel so
yourself.
barren comparatively, like
Well, I'm gonna go back to the wall where I take down my decor to stream.
well, I feel like I
Oh,
look like an Eagles fan right now, like teal couch,
man.
black, green. It's fine. I do like Jalen Hurts.
We do like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, there are worse things.
One day we'll have consistent backdrops, but while you're traveling all over the place, I don't know if we'll ever be able to count on matching.
I know, I know. I was thinking about this for next season because I was like, maybe next year I will do a really good job of being like, okay, during football season, you don't travel all the time. But one thing is retail
Yeah.
demands that I travel quite a bit more than I would like sometimes.
Yeah.
And then 2, I am sort of getting the vibe that I will never be back in Kansas for the winter again if I get my way.
That's fair, and I love that that is your way and that you could genuinely get it. Yeah, that's very nice because it's brutal out there.
It
But
is not for me.
you wanna know where it's not brutal is in our comments, because you guys are so cute and you're sharing information in such a kind way, and that is for the girls. And if you're new here, welcome to GSPN Girl Sports Production and News. Cheers. We're learning live. We're watching the Bills Cowboys. We're still at halftime, I think. I haven't seen anything come on.
Oh, certainly we're at halftime still.
Which we normally make it through, like, the entire thing of
During
yeah,
Pop Culture Pop Trivia.
and then it's like they're kicking and we're still like, "Well, we've got 3 more very important questions to get
I
through."
I seriously wonder if some halftimes are longer than others depending on who the performer is, because apparently the Dallas Cowboys had Dolly Parton at their halftime show like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
It
yeah, no, I
must have been
saw
the
that.
Thanksgiving show. I bet it was the
It was
Thanksgiving.
the
Yep,
Thanksgiving show. No, you're right.
okay. But during
Okay.
regular season, are all halftimes created equal?
Hmm. That is actually an interesting question, and
I have no idea.
let's learn live. Okay. Regular season halftime lengths? Question mark. Okay. Halftime lasts around 12 to 13 minutes between the end of the second quarter and the start of the
Okay, so it's
third.
kind of variable.
Yeah, okay. But not too variable. It's not like
Okay,
15 to
chat,
20.
I have a question for
Mhm.
people that watch football. We are seeing a lot of James Cook. I thought we'd be seeing a lot of Stefan Diggs. Are we seeing a lot of James Cook because Stefan Diggs is, like, being fully covered, or what's the vibe here?
So,
'Cause I
James
thought, like,
Cook is a
Stefan
running back, and what did we say Stephon Diggs was? I thought he was the wide receiver,
No,
no?
Stefan Diggs is the offensive guy, either a wide receiver or a running back, and
Stephon
Stephon
Diggs is the wide
Gilmore
receiver, and
yeah,
James Cook
Gilmore
is the
was the cornerback.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so but, like, I don't think I've seen a lot of Diggs in this game. I feel like I've seen nothing but Cook, quite frankly.
Yeah, they've definitely been I mean, I don't know, they've been showing him a lot, and there he is again, that's what I'm seeing at
Yeah,
least.
he's, like, making all the plays right now, so yeah, is Diggs just under, like, heavy coverage? I don't know. Okay, if you had to choose between having Britney Spears or Mariah Carey join us on here, which would you choose and why?
I think I would very, very much choose. Woo! Actually, listen, I would want to talk to Britney Spears just as a person, but I feel like Mariah Carey has probably spent more time with more football players. Like she's probably just done more performances, but in the same areas. I just have to imagine that like she has more of an understanding of the performance
Sure.
aspect of the entertainment world that is the NFL. Maybe Britney hasn't been as like plugged
Exposed to
into
that, yeah.
lately. So I feel like for GSPN purposes, I'd have to say Mariah Carey. Personally,
Yeah,
probably
I'm
Britney
actually
Spears.
also gonna go Mariah Carey, not because I wouldn't love to have both,
Yeah,
simply because I love to listen to Mariah Carey's talking voice.
I totally agree.
It's
She has one
like
of those voices.
butter.
Yeah, I'm like she should like be on radio or something. People should listen to her voice.
She should try her hand at singing, you
I
know?
got a feeling she might go pretty far.
Mhm.
No, but she definitely has a beautiful, beautiful voice all the way around.
Okay, I'm hearing that the best receiver is getting the most coverage, which is Cook, but I just felt like going into this game, it was expected that it was gonna be Diggs. So I'm
Maybe
just
he's just not
surprised to see
measuring up. There's your dad
yeah,
again.
like, as you know, we know nothing about these teams when we go into the games, so as I was Googling, all I was seeing was stuff about Stephon Diggs. I heard nothing about oh my god, nothing about Cook, and then here we are.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so for sure a holding call
A
or 2
tussle!
getting
A tussle!
multiple tussles happening.
We love a tussle.
And
We love a
again,
tussle.
all of the officials just slowly yogging out there to
Let the
join.
boys play, ref, let
Let
the
them
boys
fight. Okay, so this is another way we are going to make football better. We are going to add some hockey rules, and that is you can fight for up to 13 seconds. That's real time seconds, not
Yes.
football seconds. And you get to swing. You get to fully swing. I feel like you have to keep the helmets on though.
That's
And one
football,
hand
baby.
behind your back at all times, or you got to hop. Those are the rules. I don't know. I mean, we got to keep it interesting out here.
Whoa. You
Whoa.
definitely made it interesting. Color me interested. Would love to see that, quite frankly.
I mean, I really think just enforcing those rules would be interesting itself, but
I maintain so Evan and I, as we were getting incredibly bored last week,
yeah,
were
we were
thinking about
struggling.
ways to make football more interesting, which quickly
Mhm.
progressed to violence, believe it
It
or
did.
not.
I mean,
It
yeah.
got dangerous quickly. I still would like to investigate the psychology behind that, but anyway, I maintain that if a game gets boring, start pulling out the refs. One by one, just start pulling out the refs and seeing what happens.
Okay,
And
so we're
that
getting a lot of feedback on this. First of all, hello,
yeah,
Hunter. Love to see you. And you're right, it is a great way to break a hand. But what if we added bigger gloves? I feel like it could work. Or extendo gloves. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but this is silly. So Make it sillier.
GSPN.
GSPN. And
The
Mean
S
Gene is
stands
saying
for silly.
it stands for silly. Mean Gene says you keep the ball on the ground as much as possible with 18-point lead to run down the clock. Okay, that actually does make sense. You don't want it to
Okay,
be
so yeah, because
intercepted
they don't
or
want any interceptions, they don't want any
yeah.
big plays.
So is
Gotcha.
this about to get really fucking boring then?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
They're just gonna be doing short
That's
little tosses and then just like getting down. I mean, that one was like not terrible, but like
You know what we need? A song of wind and rain. I wanna see some pouring rain. I want why didn't we think of that last week? We should introduce crazy weather when the game
introduce
gets
different
boring.
elements. So
Yes.
I did, yes, Hunter Go Gadget gloves. Exactly. You are getting the vision. I talked to Kyle today. I was like, we should do some sort of like, what would it look like if we just, added a tornado in corner two?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got very Oregon Trail, or I guess not Oregon Trail, roller coaster tycoon with it, but we were bored. It was a boring game. So,
Oh, that's Dak. That's Dak Prescott they're showing now.
mhm,
Hmm.
clean cut.
Yeah.
And you're right, the chain is,
Okay.
like, kind of
The
bigger than I
chain.
was expecting it to be.
Yeah, it's very much there. It's
Okay, he's on lockdown, digs the cook the 2. I'm not following, but that's because I maybe don't speak this sports language yet, but I'll get there.
I think
Um
he's saying that, like, Diggs is on lockdown because he's the first, like, he's the most
mm,
yeah, he's number
okay,
1 and Cook is number 2. So
gotcha,
he's got a
okay.
little less coverage, but clearly they're taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, 26 just barely managed to get out of, like, being grabbed by the
Mhm.
feet and then tossed on the side, and that was like a more 60 something just was like, "Yeah," but he, like, slammed him in the face because he's such a big guy, like, it's just all such y you're just getting knocked around, you're just always knocked around. I feel like every game you're
Manhandled.
talking you're just getting manhandled. Like, I imagine
Evan
after you just don't wanna be touched.
yeah. You come home to your wife and you're like, "Please, please,
Ugh,
God,
yeah.
don't.
Like,
Do not touch.
don't jump at me.
No touchy." Evan, now that we are past the half, should we revisit fate and see if it's sticking with its answer about the Cowboys making a big comeback?
Okay, this is a good prompt here. So we'll ask if the Cowboys are gonna have a comeback, or should we
Yeah,
just
because the 8 ball predicted a Cowboys win, I
Mhm.
believe.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because I did and it agreed with me as per usual. um, okay, dear fate. Will the Cowboys have a comeback this game? She's telling me it is decidedly so.
Okay, can't wait to see it. Honestly, I'm here for a
We
Cowboys
are
comeback.
and I mean, I'm seeing a cowboy drag a bill down by an arm around the neck, so
That
they're
was
determined.
Josh Allen, the quarterback.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
He's
was
been yeah,
busy
I mean,
looking
he's
at
just been running
fates.
the ball. He loves to run the ball. Okay,
He's been
Hunter is
active.
saying that the linemen are pretty much getting into fist fights each play.
Well, show those. That's what I wanna see. It's why I'm
We
here.
need to do okay, Gene is suggesting that we do reaction videos to older games where, like, they play in tons of snow and stuff like that. Honestly, Gene, fantastic idea.
That is
The G
interesting.
in
We
GSPN now stands for Gene. Gene's Silly Production News. Oh, that was a crazy hit.
Oh, wow, damn, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think I'm a
Wild.
second or
4th
2
and goal.
behind
Are they
you,
gonna
so I'm
go
gonna see if
for
we can
yeah,
get
they're gonna
that.
take the field goal. They're gonna play it safe. They got to oh, poor boy. He's
I
caught so
mean
many this game, no one can fault him, but you
oh,
know he's
not
upset
him.
about that.
Yeah, yeah. He couldn't have seen it coming though, and I think
Josh
we are
Allen
seeing the
said,
rain.
"Damn." They just showed Josh Allen mouthing, "Damn." Sorry, Josh, that's probably not how he sounded. He probably sounded really tough and cool. Damn.
Super cool.
Oh, there it is. So, are we getting 30-mile-per-hour winds right now? Oh, there it is, the rain.
Yeah, the rain is
Yeah,
here
we
for
brought that
sure.
on.
It's
We
coming.
brought that on.
Yeah, we're claiming that. We're definitely claiming that. Sorry, Cowboys, that's on us, I guess.
I have no regrets, Cowboys. Figure it out. figure out
Figure
how to
it
win.
out. Thank you, Howard. I do feel like we're learning fast. It's not, again, not being retained, but the information
Every
is
now and
there.
then. Every now and then we
We
keep it together.
we pull it out of an orifice, but
Yeah. Mhm. Ew, I did not like that use of
ew.
orifice.
Well,
Please
sorry.
please save that for special occasions, not on air.
You used the word penetrate the other day when talking about something that was happening on screen, and I was like,
Certainly I did not.
"You 100% did. You 100% did." Because I did the most millennial thing ever, and I said, "Not a good enough reason to use the
What?
word
I can't believe
penetrate."
I would have done this because I also
Roll the
triggered the
tape.
response, "Not enough reason." It comes with a hand motion, Evan, it comes with a hand motion.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm one of those younger millennials, so I just want to
Okay,
get.
Evan, I need a quick 20 seconds,
You
please.
go for it. You go for it.
Ready.
I am just gonna get my notes back up because I lost that there for a second. Well, we're definitely picking up Ellen's karaoke, and she's fantastic at that. So if y'all ever get the chance. Okay, Cook, the running back. Look at the first time they hit each other. As soon as the play starts, the linemen are almost always the strongest people on the field. Yeah, for sure. And okay, as soon as this play starts, so they're like basically getting into fist fights as soon as they're like colliding, is what you're saying. Interesting. So this is the part that I'm curious about, and I think that we're like ultimately very curious about is just what is the personal dynamics there? Do you start throwing hands in this kind of game and then you get over it? I can say very honestly, I would not. That's a grudge I would hold. I would be looking for that number later in the future, hypothetically. So I'm just like, how do you do that? How do you get is this a non-personal situation, this game that they're playing right now?
So, Evan, I think that you're forgetting that these men get traded left and right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm
There
curious,
there are
like, are
some
there
vendettas,
friends?
but at the end of the day, this is their job, and you just have to admit, like, sometimes we get mad at work, and then we all come back to work, and it's the same people at work every day.
Okay,
Like,
so should we talk about what we both did at work this past week?
oh my god. You can start. I will just say that it also happened to me.
Um, well, I think Ellen and I are both just we're passionate people and we have a lot of opinions and a lot of information and
If you haven't noticed, we are certainly fine with having a platform where we just get to talk and gab, we're gabbers, we're gabber girls.
but there are some things we're very informed on and I don't this is what I am so curious about for you because I know where I went wrong. A lot of stuff happening on the field. They just took down number 9 on the Cowboys so hard. To Buffalo or not to Buffalo is the phrase I'm seeing on on my screen right now, and I'm not understanding. But
Oh,
anyway, so I know where I went wrong. And where I went wrong was that I tipped the bartender and then had French 75s, which I discovered is not just a lemonade and champagne, which is what I thought it was. There's also gin up in there.
yeah.
And I normally limit myself to 3 or 4 drinks, like, no matter what I'm drinking, it's 3 or 4, and I always go in between with, like, a water or just, like, non-alcoholic
Sure,
drink.
sure.
That did not help me this time.
Okay, well, let me stop you right there. Realistically, I was having between 5 to 8 each night.
5 to 8 drinks?
Yeah,
Okay, on your retail work event.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, well,
Which
mine
was
was a
over
1.
multiple days and not alone, like,
Yeah, no, of
everyone.
course. I'm talking about a work event as well. I'm talking about an end of year
Yes.
holiday party.
Yeah, no, mine was over multiple days. And honestly, that was encouraged. Like, that's the weird thing about retail is, like, part of the thing is, like, when we have to work really hard because I got together with everyone to solve, like, a big problem,
Mhm.
and, like, we worked from 8 in the morning until 5 PM on one thing, solving
Yeah.
this problem. Shoplifting. So anyway, um, afterwards, everyone's like, "Yo, let's kick it." But to your point about the things that we did wrong, I have some pretty firmly held beliefs that came out that weren't necessarily retail appropriate.
Yeah, yeah. But
And I did my recon the next morning and everyone was like, "Ah, we love you. You were great." You know, they're like at one point, I think I said this to you, my coworker said, "Ah, Ellen is so full of zest tonight." And then moments later, she's like, "No, Ellen is full of alcohol tonight." Thank you for that one.
yeah, no, no, I did similar recon, so we're all good shape. But no, we we have a good time. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes unexpectedly so. But we're also very informed because we're educated people and we love a good little bit of entertainment, but entertainment is distraction. And sometimes you have to be aware of what you're being distracted from. I am noticing like 15 cowboys on one
Everyone
little
Hunter
bill.
is right. Everyone is fighting all the time right now.
Yeah.
And okay, so Hunter is saying usually if they're keeping it clean, it's all good, no hate. But that then I will reinforce Evan's question. This is clearly not clean. This seems to be all hate, but
It
like
feels
they're
very
all
much
gonna
that.
get over it at the end of the game, right? Like,
Right? Or when don't they? And that's what I wanna know. Those are the books I wanna read, the podcasts I wanna listen to, the locker room drama that happens after, because 'cause I'm positive it's there. The grudges that are held are so interesting to me because it is just a game, but then it's also, like, your livelihood and, you know, I
I wanna
wouldn't.
know which player is like the most hated for their personality. Okay, like did you hear about this shit in the NBA? I think the man's name was Draymond Green. He got,
Mm.
like, kicked out of the NBA indefinitely until he completes anger management for strangling a player on
Ah,
the court,
I
and this
did
was,
see
like,
that.
his 5th offense of violence on a court.
Yeah, no, that's pretty wild.
Nothing but witnesses.
I feel like there's a broader conversation to be held here. Another one that if I was two French 75s in and you know, had whatever you had, maybe we'd have a more fiery conversation about, but of just like the level of acceptable violence in organized sports where it's like, that's pretty crazy because this is basketball. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone in the league has admitted that man has a problem that needs to be dealt with. I don't
mm,
think that anyone thinks, "Oh, that's just how angry we get when we play." Everyone seems to be like, "Hey,
yeah.
dude,
But I guess
like,
then my
we
other
don't
thing is
care."
like, will then he be able to like that was his 5th instance, and then like, will he be able to come back?
Right,
And
it
then what other
was
instances will happen in the
yeah.
same vein? And I think the most obvious link is, of course, to domestic violence, which we talk about almost every week on here because there's an
Oh, yeah.
accusation of
I think
whatever
actually I
sort.
saw a TikTok about that, that was like, "Well, if that's how he is at work, I can't wait to see how he is at home," you know,
Yeah,
and I
and
was like,
like
"I
you've
don't even
said
wanna think
earlier,
about
that
that."
is work. That is work. Like that's a
Mhm.
colleague, that's a business colleague of some capacity. So, you know, that's just interesting way to frame it. But I feel like this is the longest commercial break in the world.
They were actually replaying all the fights tonight, which I enjoyed. Because sometimes these fucking networks will be like, "Oh, there was a foul, a personal foul on the field," and then they won't show it. And I'm like, "Get out of here, PBS Kids. Show me the fight. I wanna see the hand gesture. I wanna
Okay,
see what was
so
said."
is there fighting in rugby or should we just go to hockey?
Okay, people in the chat right now, would you rather see rugby or hockey commentary? Please let us know. And also, Evan, we might not be able to do hockey because hockey is happening now. It
I
happens at the
mean, that's
same
true.
time.
Okay, future us could pick a different one at some point. Um, okay.
Oh, I've
Metamucil
heard of
and
this.
Sue.
I've heard of this guy in the chat that they're talking
Oh,
about
Sue
being one of the
stomped
most
on
hated player.
people.
I've heard of him.
Hmm. Well, that is scary. A stomping injury is
But, like,
undesirable.
he would stomp on, like, hands, right? Like, he would stomp on people, like, to hurt them. I remember hearing about this. Do UFC? Absolutely not. Nothing hurts my heart more than UFC fight in a cage, no less.
I 100% totally agree with you. Maybe we should we could
Barbaric.
have a whole thing about how we just hate that. Um,
Barbaric. When I
okay, yeah, he
enter
was playing recently, right?
oh,
Sue?
yeah. Mm, I don't know.
2010-ish timeline is kind of what I'm thinking. Hold on, let me see if I
That's
can
not, like,
confirm.
recent.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I sounded opinionated there.
Okay, no, he was selected in 2010, so he could have been playing after that. Dates
Yep.
joined. He was playing for the Bucks in 2019. So okay. Oh wait, he's still looking to join an NFL team as of 3 days ago.
No, he can't. He's too mean.
He can't. Okay, let's
Yeah,
see.
I feel like he's not in it because he's too problematic. I feel like I heard about this.
So it looks like the Lions, the Cowboys, um, they've both declined to pursue, but the Ravens and the Browns could be a possible destination. He's 36. Let's see.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But no, we will not be covering UFC.
I mean, just get a Rock'em Sock'em Robots if you really want to see that. But I'm old fashioned, you know?
I saw that he played for the Eagles in the Super Bowl. It's crazy to think that he could have made it to a Super Bowl and now doesn't have a team. I
Yeah.
assume that's because he's too problematic.
Yeah. That tracks. And then again, I feel like that is a pretty crazy mark if like all these teams are saying no. Because teams still accept people after some pretty unacceptable allegations in like normal social everyday circle.
We learned that Kareem Hunt is on
Mhm.
someone's team the other day. And I mean, Tyreek Hill has his own problems, you know? He's got hella accusations.
Past his prime.
And
It
dare
does
we
seem like, yeah.
even mention Ben Roethlisberger? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Let's not. Let's not.
Yeah, this actually genuinely unlocks a whole can of worms that we'll talk about over sushi one day, but yeah. Okay, so way past his prime. He won in Tampa. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, if he's in his late 30s, it does seem like, oh, if that plus some pretty majorly public, like, personal difficulties, maybe unlikely to be picked up by another team. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Is
There's
what
some
a PlayStation 5?
your little remote controller.
He can't see that. Look at the screen.
Well, is he right?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in my home, Howard. I'm out of sorts. This is what I have. I don't think this is what you were seeing. I think you're talking to Evan. I don't know. Yeah, I am doing things through a machine that I'm looking at a machine that looks like a spaceship from the movie Dune. And I'm describing Dune 2021, not like old Dune with Sting. So
Wow.
maybe.
Well, I've been lost because I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry,
But
I'm eating these really good puffed like green beans, but I have to stay away. I
right, because
love
of
the
the ASMR.
rain.
Yeah, the
I
rain
love
definitely
the
adds a
rain
little
on the
something
field.
to this. So this definitely is AstroTurf, no question about it. So we can expect some slipping and sliding now, if they weren't already.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I have to confirm this before I. Just a second.
I'm on the edge of my seat, ma'am. Color me interested.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just put there's a tinfoil hat. It's on my head. And now I'm taking it and I'm crumpling it up and I'm throwing it away because this isn't a goddamn conspiracy. It's the truth. Aaron Rodgers is likely to be medically cleared next week. They have
By
until
the playoffs.
Wednesday to activate him. This is what I was saying since literally the moment it happened. The boy's coming back for sure. We're definitely going to be seeing him in the playoffs.
Okay,
I think
so
Mean
let's talk
Gene
about
actually said that it was like December 22nd that they had until they could announce if he was going to be on an injury reserve list, and then if he was not
Hey,
allowed
Evan.
announce. Oh, yep.
I'm sorry, but we just had an incredible catch on the field by Stephon Diggs.
I was really
Like
focused on Aaron
one hand,
Rodgers,
but I'm
who's
sorry.
not in
Okay,
this game. I
please
will watch.
continue.
Okay, no, I'm paying attention now. Nothing is exciting happening. Is exciting on my screen. So,
No, you're good. I'm ready.
Aaron Rodgers likely to be able to play later this week. If he has the ability to play, he could come into the playoffs, is what I'm understanding, if they announce him before Wednesday. Um, which is here at GSPN we have been kind of speculating at this entire time. Is that
Yeah.
he would be
So
resting up, the team is practicing, they're getting to be able to make a little I don't know, not even comeback because they're doing like okay-ish.
ask the 8 ball.
Oh my god. Okay. Dear fate, is Aaron Rodgers going to be playing in this year's playoffs?
Bills touchdown. Way to go, boys.
Wow, straight through. And a beautiful little fun jump.
Hoppy jump.
Okay, I got distracted. I have to refocus my intention.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Realign your intentions with the moon.
Will Aaron Rodgers be playing in this year's playoffs?
Playoffs.
Oh my. Don't count on it. Okay, I'm gonna write this down.
Ooh
I'm
la
gonna write this
la.
down.
She says nay. I mean, really, because the Jets probably won't get to the playoffs, right? I don't think they're a contender right now. He might play for the last 2 games, but, like, we'll
Mm,
see.
okay.
It
12,
might just be, like, for
17.
funsies, so he can make sure he knows how to play with his team next year if he even well, I don't know how long his contract was for. Damn, Cowboys, this is a crazy way to go. I did not see this coming. These boys look defeated.
They do.
Mm, mm,
And that's because
mm.
they've suffered a defeat. It's 3-31. Didn't you say the Bills had a 20-point lead coming
Girl,
bench?
that was the
Oh,
Cowboys.
the Cowboys. Holy crap. That's okay.
Yeah,
So the
so they
Jets
have
were eliminated today. Apparently, they did not do well enough to be able to go to
so
make it.
Aaron Rodgers will come back to practice with the team
Mhm.
with no pressure on.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha. I see. Howard Jones, Bills trying to get into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, the
Jets.
Bills are getting in the playoffs after this, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're definitely making it known that they're eligible. They
Um.
weren't, and they
And
weren't at the beginning of this season.
yeah. And then Mean Gene said that this guy that we were talking about, Sue, is kind of a gun for hire at this point, and has been in. And Howard is saying that he's been in the NFL for a long time as well. So I guess that could be an asset as well.
Howard, who are you saying is your favorite NBA player? Draymond Green? That's the only NBA player we've talked about. We switched to talking about Aaron Rodgers. Howard, where are we? Let us know where you're at.
We just
We're
don't know.
we're doing our best. And
Jets
sometimes
were shut out in their 30-0 loss to the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. Mean Gene, you're just the best. And eliminated from the playoffs after the wins by the Cleveland Browns and Houston Texans on Sunday. Not
wow.
wow, not the Jets.
Gene, are you in a fantasy league? And if so, how are you doing in said league? We wish you nothing but the best.
We definitely do. Ellen, I'm wondering if you recall me sending you a picture of when I was traveling back. I want to say it actually might have been from Jamaica or around that time. And I ran into somebody who coaches for the NFL and we hung out at a bar together, the airport bar. Do you remember me texting you about this or
I don't
Snapchatting you
remember a
about this?
picture. I don't remember a picture, but I do remember a text.
And I just cannot recall who it is or what team it was. So I guess the
It
impression
was
wasn't that
it was
memorable.
like a defensive
A
coach,
defensive coach,
and it was
some
for the Chiefs. It was
it
for the
was not it
Chiefs.
was not for the Chiefs. It was definitely not for the Chiefs. It was somebody up north. I know that, and I wanna say the Eagles because I wanna say it was somebody with green, but I'm just not positive, and I'd have to look back through it and see if I can find it out. But I'll have to see if I can find that out, and we'll circle back and see how he's doing.
I don't remember. Gene does not like fantasy. We don't either, but also we don't know anything about it. But per usual, we support you.
And whatever your endeavors are, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? I hope they're going well for you.
You know what is crazy is the fact that I'm not talking about pickleball. The only sport that I actually actively play, we don't talk about on here at all. I am a league champion in the intermediate league at pickleball. I am probably like a 3-2, maybe a 3-1. If anyone knows what that means, I'm a champion.
I'm a champion, okay? Do you even know who I am? This is true though. Ellen is very, very good. I'm not athletic. Savannah is a fantastic tennis player, so I am very much up against some true competition in GSPN when it comes to anything with hand-eye coordination. I just am lacking, but
Evan
okay.
good at go fast.
I
Evan go
mean,
fast.
I try sometimes, but not
Also,
in a
Evan is the
long, long time.
strongest member of GSPN.
Oh, thanks. I
I am
appreciate that.
hands down the weakest. I
Cowboys?
What the
Wow.
fuck? How did he drop
Okay.
that?
Everybody's
How did
upset.
he drop that? No.
The nice part is everyone here is the equal amounts of sad.
Oh, okay, I see how he dropped it now. He did not have any chance at control there.
I mean,
Damn.
the second little like snap he almost
It
did,
hit
but
him in the chest. I don't think it was in his hands. I think it,
yeah,
like, hit him in the
it
chest.
was
Poor
fast.
CeeDee
That was
Lamb.
real fast.
He was going for a something.
He's a big guy.
Oh.
How tall is he?
So they're only 3 for 9 on 3rd down conversions today, but their league stats, I think it said, was 50%. Not
Oh,
playing well. Not playing super
yeah.
well. Been a football dam for 43 years. Summer Olympics
Okay.
The Summer Olympics are coming up.
I
We
saw this
should
little comment.
100% cover the Summer Olympics. Hunter and Angel. Thank
An
you.
angel.
Um,
Mean been a
yes.
football fan for 43 years, and Howard says, "Damn, 43 years." That's like that
His team
meme.
is the Falcons, Howard. Gene's team is the Falcons. He's from Atlanta. I
Me,
know this
James, and
answer.
OG. Howard's new here. I
Howard,
know
what's
this
your
answer.
team? We don't know Howard's team. And Hunter, I assume yours is the Chiefs, but are you a Bills fan too, like Savannah? Tell us more,
Tell
chat.
us
Who are we
more.
rooting for? What a diverse
Falcons, yes.
what a
Okay.
diverse range.
What did I? It's like all gonna be like the Midwest.
No, Falcons is Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And Savannah had said the Bills, which
Mm-hmm.
is New York.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for New York,
Concrete jungle
where
where dreams are
dreams are
made
made
of.
of.
Oh,
There's
we
nothing you
harmonized
can't
perfectly
do.
there.
Yep.
Once again, longest goddamn commercials in the world. I just feel like
And it's Aquaman, which you hate to see.
I'm actually seeing some sort of pizza, but
Oh
um
god. I had a Detroit style pizza last night. It was good. I love a pan pizza.
I
I
also love a
love
pan
all
pizza.
the crispy crusties.
The crispy
Pan
crusties.
pizza like that, like, four-sided pan pizza, my absolute favorite. I love it. And it's not actually Detroit style, it's just pan pizza from what I've heard. Some of my friends are chefs, so, like, I have to be a little bit careful. I know Detroit style pizza is all a lie, but colloquially, it is called Detroit style pizza, and I like it a lot.
Well, I like that you're covering all your bases, covering your ass with all your friends.
Okay, Howard is saying he's a Ravens fan, but he lives in Florida.
Okay, so the Ravens are
And they play each other tonight. Oh my gosh, good luck.
Oh, fan in Indiana and Florida. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay.
So loyal to your teams. I
Loyal,
love that.
loyal to the Atlanta Falcons. One of my, companies used to have a headquarters in Atlanta, and I loved that place. I would like to
Really?
go back to Atlanta
People have
soon.
divided opinions. I feel like the traffic is what does it for them. I
Mm.
went to Atlanta this year though, or just outside of Atlanta, I guess is probably more appropriate to say, but had some good food down there.
Phoenix and Seattle traffic are also both awful. 2
Mm,
places I've been this year that I've had a tough time just getting around. But Evan, being from Kansas ruins you
yeah.
for traffic.
Well, I'm not originally
On
from Kansas, so I
Okay. For me, I'm from Kansas. I've never heard of traffic. The most it's ever taken me to get somewhere on I-35 is 20 minutes, and that's on a bad day. Like, a really bad day, getting to my retail job takes, like, 25 minutes.
Oh, in and out of hands there for the Bills.
I know.
Yeah, no, you can have some quick transit here in the Midwest, but
Nobody's there.
nobody is
Nobody's
there. You're
around
right.
to
Yeah.
create the traffic. All right. Friends are bonding in our chat right now for the girls, baby. We love to see it.
Hey.
Also, we have really not done a successful job of garnering a female audience.
No, it's almost as if the people seeking out watching football content on YouTube in their free time tend to skew male, possibly in the
I thought
demographics we
that YouTube
previously
viewers
discussed.
in general, like people that just subscribe to YouTube, might be mostly men.
I don't know. I mean, I think it could go either way. I have a couple sisters that are pretty big into watching YouTube, and then I don't
For, like, hair
know
stuff.
outside that. They watch
Yeah.
it for a variety of different things, but yeah, I know one of them really loves like makeup and skincare and hair stuff, and
Dude, you know
um,
what YouTube rabbit hole I went down the other day?
hmm,
Is this woman in China who lives off the land and just makes silent videos. I mean, ASMR of,
yeah,
like, the nature and stuff of her, like, going out, picking berries, making dye, and dyeing the napkins for her dinner that night, like, that type
that
shit.
sounds awesome. I totally get that. I watched the like building a home in the woods using only like the wood and the dirt you've got
I
around
did
you.
know this about you.
I love
Okay,
it.
so do you like those TikTok videos of the guy who cooks on, like, a plank of wood?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
in, like,
And I
the
like the
wilderness.
Outdoor Boys channel too.
Oh, the Bills have it, but were the Bills
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
have it? Was
Nope.
that an interception? That's looking
Yep.
like
Sure was. And away he goes. Just
Dak
keeps
is
going.
not gonna be happy.
It does not look like it's still raining, but it does look like the field is
Oh, it's
soaked.
I'm looking at rain.
You're looking at rain? Okay. Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely still raining. Okay, I see
I'm
now.
looking at rain.
Yeah, damn. 11 minutes left. Anything could happen. It's anybody's game. But probably not.
11 minutes left in the what? Are we in the 4th?
Mhm. You
Do
sure
they
are.
announce this? Are we just not paying attention,
See,
or
you
are
don't
they
have
sound
the
on
closed
or closed
caption on,
captioning?
and I don't
Right.
have sound, and I'm not always paying attention because you're distractingly beautiful, and we also have a chat here. So, um
It's just the
okay,
blonde hair.
lived in Hutchinson, Kansas for 2 months in a summer, fun area. Actually, I don't really remember Hutchinson, so I
I know
uh,
Hutch.
and then I watched Tom Grossi stream games. He did a raid, and that's how you found us. We do remember the raid. It was a stressful event for us because I've got to be
Not for
honest
me.
with
I had
you.
no clue. In
You had
fact, that
no
was a
idea.
problem. People were upset that we were not responding.
So the term raid does not, I don't think, connotate super positive vibes. So I have to
Yeah,
say it did
and it
catch us a
was
little
super positive.
it
Mostly
was
people were really
for the most
nice.
part. There were people who did not like that they did not get attention. We couldn't watch our comments live at the time, but thanks
We're
for
new,
sticking
we're
around.
babies
We're
to
new, yeah.
streaming.
We're just trying it out, We're here for a good time and a long time. We're sticking around. Deal with it.
Yeah. Just today, I will say a name that only a few people here will recognize, but Mariah was like, "Are you guys still doing that?" I was like, "Yeah, I think we're on week 15." Like, yeah,
I
we're
think this is
still
week
doing
I think we
that.
decided this was we counted it was week 10 that we're officially airing, I think. I'm looking for
Yeah, I
confirmation.
think
I'm
it's 10
receiving
or
none, so
11
I'm gonna
weeks
say 10.
airing. Yeah.
We
The
got some
funny
lore building, but we are, for the most part, I think you guys are seeing it all. Even the bad shit, it's out there.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that one game?
The
I
one
don't even wanna
where we
think
couldn't
about
hear
it,
each
the
other.
technical difficulties game, and it was the fucking
Eagles
Eagles-Chiefs
game.
game.
Yeah, it was. It
Oh my
was.
god, that was a really stressful game
Hey,
too.
it'll
Yeah.
happen, you know what I mean? It'll
It
happen.
c'est la vie, and we've overcome so many technical challenges since then in real
Wow,
time.
we've really come so far. Let's take a moment to be grateful and thankful for being here tonight. Snaps for us. I hope you're snapping for us along at home, guys.
I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I like doing this. It's
Oh, it's a
stressful
good
when I
time.
wake up on a Sunday morning gasping for water because I'm inevitably hungover, and I'm like, "The Cowboy stats."
It's
That
relieving to know that you don't do it throughout the week either, because sometimes I try, and
sometimes
then
I do.
other times
Yeah.
I'm like, I just cannot. And I feel like we overcome, you know? I
I'm
mean,
gonna be honest, most of the time, I remember GSPN on Saturday morning, and I'm like, "Oh," like, when I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do with my Saturday morning, I'm like, "Oh, I wanna get prepared today," because,
yeah,
like, I don't wanna have to rush tomorrow,
to
and a
do
lot of
it.
the times I do it all on Saturday, so I
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
Nice. No, for
But
sure.
yeah,
I
no, during the week, I rarely get the opportunity to think about GSPN.
GSPN, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But that has to change because I wanna put some thought into our Christmas show.
100%. And we'll have producer time after. And we want to use our social media in some capacity.
That's
But
a
we
whole
just aren't right
other
now.
thing right
Yeah.
now.
Is the entirety of both teams just pushing against each other right now? That's what it looked like. But it
They're
didn't
just
look like they were
all on
fighting.
the field.
They are just
Just
all on the
chaotic good. Absolutely loving the Dungeons& and Dragons reference. Not
field.
lost on us. Howard, why do you keep saying PlayStation 5? What do you mean?
Is there a PlayStation 5 in the background somewhere? I'm looking for it. I'm just not seeing it, but I actually don't know what that looks like.
An 8-hour charity stream yesterday. Do you
That's a
know what the charity
lot
was?
of uncomfortable pee breaks you gotta take. Like,
Yeah,
hang
it
on one
is.
second.
That is cool. That is cool. Wow,
Good
I
for
don't
him
know
though.
what the Bills just did, but it didn't look orchestrated
Oh
well.
no, so everybody just fell backwards. Loss
And once
of
again,
yards.
everyone's on the field.
Yes. Good for him though. That's cool.
Everybody, let me feel united. Whoa. Oh, Josh Allen and his smirk, his little smug little face.
So why don't we talk about your purview of the championship teams that you saw today? Was
I
there
think that
one?
Dallas
Was there
is still
two?
a championship team. I wanna
Yeah,
be clear.
yeah.
Like, everyone has an off week. It happens time to time. It's not like they have a perfect season. They've already lost this season.
Perhaps it was just time. We've talked about that. Time comes for us
And
all.
I said the Bills came into this with the most to gain and the most to lose.
Yeah,
They were not even a possible playoffs contender if they lost this game.
right.
And now they have beaten 2 of the top teams in the league, the
But now they have
Chiefs
a
and
lot to
now the
keep.
Cowboys. Yeah, they are making the name for themselves.
They were kind of a nobody, you could say, until like almost like just now.
Oh my god, Evan. Well, it was just surprising. I feel like Josh Allen had the same start to the season as Joe Burrow, where it was like last year, these were all playoff boys. Like last year, it was like, we got the young quarterbacks, Drew Garoppolo and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. And then now it's like, yo, Joe Burrow is out, and Josh Allen at the beginning of the season was out. And now here we are.
Yeah.
He's come back, and Joe Burrow is actually out. And Patrick Mahomes is, I don't want to say crumbling, but just having a really tough time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're seeing I feel like a lot of pressure on him, obviously. I heard
Yeah.
something to yeah, no. Definitely an interesting time to be watching him, but
Yeah.
perhaps we'll watch another Chiefs game at some point. Actually, that's a joke. We'll be
On
watching it
Christmas,
next on
we are
Christmas. Yeah.
watching a Chiefs game, right?
Yes. No, we definitely are. And
Let's
I'm like
confirm the
80
time
I'm
right
80
now.
it's a noon game. I'm 80% sure I'll be able to pull off my Christmas Day plan for our stream that day. Um Fingers crossed, but
I'm very interested in what you have going on. I am in the dark here.
I mean, if it goes well, it'll be a great time. If it doesn't work out, I have nothing planned. So, fingers crossed. I should have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier, but I was scared of, a lot of options out there.
I don't know. I
You don't
am
know.
just here for the ride, quite
Yeah.
frankly. Just tell me what to show up with on Christmas Day. Also, I want you to know I'm in Arizona. My grandparents live here. Obviously, they invited me to their home for Christmas, and I said, "Actually, I'm busy on Christmas."
I have
So I'm
plans.
going to spend, like, 5 days with them after the fact, but I was like, I have
I
plans."
can't hang out. Well, let me just double check this order that was supposed to arrive between the 15th and the 18th to your Arizona address. And it looks like it I can't tell at what stage in its shipping life cycle it is,
I
but
got
I
who
do.
did you send it to? My full my legal name or, like, Fog Ellen?
I sent it to Fog Ellen, so you would
Okay, then I don't
know.
have it yet. I'm confident that I don't.
And there's a gift message in it.
I'm not
I think
opening
you're gonna
anything yet.
know.
I'm wrapping the Amazon boxes from all of my friends.
Perfect. Yeah, this is from Etsy. So what I need from you is to just bring that and your beautiful face to the stream.
I just
And
got something from Etsy. I'm about to show you.
okay.
Oh, okay. Howard has been talking about the controller this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we were saying.
I guess it's a PlayStation 5. I didn't know you could see the controller. Whatever. Oh, who has the ball? Maybe the Cowboys? The Cowboys have the
Maybe the
ball.
Cowboys. Yeah, that was a struggle there. I feel like we've stopped paying it. Oh wow.
There's diamonds in it. I feel like you can't see those. But there are diamonds in the like sun ray.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm
I
very
love that.
Etsy baby.
Love a good Etsy find.
Me too.
Well, I'm excited for you to get this Etsy purchase. And then,
Your
hopefully,
present is also from Etsy.
is it? Great, look at
Yeah.
us. I'm gonna give a shout out to I mean, I guess we'll see the quality once it happens, and then I'll give a shout out, but,
Hey,
um
okay, we should talk about the fact that we maybe have an opportunity to help, possibly, who we know to be men in the chat. Do you guys need help with Christmas gifts? Because we are both aficionados.
this is a great, this was a love language of mine, personally.
It's mine as well.
He was
So
hurt in the
if
beginning of the season. Who were we talking about? Hmm. Josh Allen?
oh, yeah. Well, no, he's talking about Joe Burrow. Joe
Joe
Burrow
Burrow.
was hurt in the beginning of the season, and now
Mm,
Joe Burrow is big hurt.
yeah. Now he's out
Yeah,
for the rest of the season.
yeah.
Yes.
But we
But yeah,
do
no.
gifts separately.
But we do get
We do gifts. If you need help, even if you're a girl in the chat and you're like, "I need help with girlfriends," we do gifts. We just need an age range and tell us 1 to 2 of their interests. Actually, just align them with one of the Spice Girls.
Mm.
Sporty, posh, ginger, baby, or scary, and we'll figure it out from there.
And scare
And
there
we'll
are
figure it out.
so many interesting tussles happening, like, just on the edge of the screen, and I want them to just show the entirety of the field because that at this point, it's 3-31, they're under 6 minutes left. I wanna see them boys fight. Thank you.
The thing is, Evan, when we have our own broadcasting network, when GSPN is its own way to watch football, we will do that,
Yeah.
and we will have little sneaks at each of these games, putting bows all over stuff on the field, just
Oh,
so you
cute.
know that GSPN is there.
We were there. It's graffiti, but
Mhm.
cute, and
Like
you can
these
take it home with
orange
you.
Gatorade things and these orange cones on the field, they'll have little bows on them,
Little tiny ones.
and everyone will be like, "Oh my gosh, it must be GSPN."
And you were right. Okay, so this guy
Oh,
raised a bunch of money for an organization for autism research, and he raised a bunch for St.
wow.
Jude's. Wow, awesome. We
Good
love it.
vibes. Good
Yes, very good
vibes.
vibes.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Okay,
Although the raid
second.
was stressful for Evan and our producer at the time, I am very grateful that that it happened. I don't know. It was fun
Yeah,
in a weird way.
in a weird way. Our introduction to YouTube. That and
To
the "This might be something someday" comment. We got one. We got somebody. Piqued your interest.
oh, that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did happen. Someone was like, "I'll check back." Actually, we've gotten comments like that every week. I think someone even last week was random and was like, "Huh, girls talking about sports. I'll check back in on this one." I was like, could you actually
Um,
stick around for today
for
and provide
today.
constructive feedback and a couple
We
compliments?"
have a longtime listener, first time caller, a Mr. KB, who's been married for about 30 years to Scary Spice. I don't know if Scary Spice is an accurate description for Jamie, but we'll go with that. We need a gift to go. See, listen, here's the thing. You guys are hard to shop
Really? I
for.
don't know them. So I feel like I wanna make some suggestions.
Yeah.
He said Scary Spice, but we don't
Uh-huh.
think so. Do we think
Well,
Baby?
oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Baby could be it.
Dyson Airwrap.
Dyson Airwrap is a good one, but see, this is the difficult part. I think she could already have pulled the trigger on that, you know?
Okay,
She
Dyson
sees
Airwrap.
it, she wants it, she buys it, she got it. You know
That's
what I
my
mean?
number 1, Dyson Airwrap.
Great
If
one though.
she's into baking at all, and I am not saying cooking, I am saying baking, then either some Le Creuset sets or
Mhm.
a KitchenAid,
I was
stand
just gonna
mixer
say
KitchenAid.
KitchenAid matte paint that coordinates or matches the colors of your beautiful newly renovated kitchen area.
Newly renovated kitchen, I wanted a
Yeah.
tour.
You want a tour? All right, fantastic. We'll arrange that sometime, not in the winter, I guess.
I am just
Um
remembering the last thing we talked about in that kitchen, and it was unhinged. You remember that? I think it was a picture.
It was a picture.
That
Sorry.
was a weird time in my
We
life.
won't be revealing, but you all can
Uh-uh.
imagine.
Legally, we could not,
But
but
we
that
can
was
laugh.
a weird time,
But
and I
no,
had
Le
just
Creuset is a
gotten
oh, go ahead.
Le Creuset, yeah, Le Creuset set
Mhm.
is Jesus Christ, he's whipping that ball like T-Law. He said, "Whoop." That's the sound that the ball made. Whoop. He says Baker, yes. Then I'm saying Le Creuset or yeah, as Evan said, KitchenAid. Also, is she in the chat? Is this recipient in the room with us?
She's certainly in a room in this household, so,
Possibly.
she's got 2 options here that she could be getting, assuming,
Oh my
the
gosh, I think we're
trigger's
about to
being
see a
pulled.
Cowboys touchdown
I think oh,
finally.
no, no.
Not right now, but in a few moments. They're
Yes,
at
you're
first
right,
and
okay.
goal. Cowboys, yes. Let's at least get some points on the
3 minutes
board.
left, and we could see it's still gonna be the Bills game. Well, should we, let people know where we're gonna be? We already kinda talked about it a little bit, but we've only got 3
Next
minutes 3 football minutes
is
left.
next week Christmas? Is our next game the Christmas game?
Yeah, so I think we have technically a week and a day, okay? We're seeing
He didn't make
not a
it, he didn't
yeah.
make it. It was Dak.
So I think Monday is the 25th, and we will be watching the Christmas Day game.
Chiefs, Raiders at
Mhm.
noon Central.
Which will be hopefully a good time. So we need to plan a few things, I think, on our end, but okay, I'll pay attention here.
Ooh, there we go.
Almost didn't make it.
CeeDee Lamb! Oh, I hope he got close to his goal.
Let's see, maybe they'll let us know.
I think they would have let us know if he had just
Yeah.
broken a record
Yeah.
from 95.
For sure.
Okay, you know what's not working about the seafoam pants? They are showing all of the sweat and all of the
Mm,
wetness on these players, and that personally is makes me feel too vulnerable. Like, if I'm at the
yeah.
gym and I
Yep.
know, like, sweating through, I'm like, I just
Yep.
don't wanna do this right now."
Yeah, I'll leave.
I know it's the least of their thoughts, they have bigger things to worry about, but as, like,
Maybe.
the fashion coordinator of the NFL, I'd be looking at this and be like, "Oh, that didn't work."
Well, this is a question for people in the chat. What are those little towels that they've got hanging off for? Because to me, it's like it just kind of looks like they have it hanging over like their butts, just to be like, don't look at
And
this.
only some of them have them.
Yeah, so it's like I'm comfortable with. I don't understand, or
Is it
maybe
to
it's for
dry
their
their
hands
hands? Yeah, it's
because then
gotta be
it's
to dry their
like
hands, but they also have on it's probably 'cause it's raining, Evan.
no, because they have those on other games too. We talked about this last week. I'm pretty sure it
It's
was
like,
not
are they
raining.
secretly playing flag football with each other?
Are
Towel
they
football?
There's a little secret game happening? Yeah, I don't know, because even if it was for the rain, it's like, I don't know, build
Tammy
that into
says
the
we nailed it.
uniform. Yeah? Okay.
Cheers. Cheers,
Nice.
Tammy. We work for you. We work on your
We
behalf.
do work for you, we work for the girls, we're for the girls.
We're the girls. Okay, yes, we will be here on Christmas for Chiefs Raiders. Drying hands. Gina's
If
saying
that's it,
drying hands.
that just seems like
Our producer wants us to talk about the fan incident, and I don't think that's necessary
the fan incident.
at Tammy and Kyle's house.
Oh,
Feels too soon.
it feels too soon.
Feels far too soon.
That's fair, that's fair.
I do feel remorse. I do. But my intent was pure. It
You're
was noble. I had noble intent, but I do have remorse. I'm sorry about that. I heard it was fixed. Alright, it
Um,
seems like the Bills are accepting that they have won this game. I think we're about to get one of those kneely things that we don't understand, where they just, like,
yeah, like,
kneel for the rest
what's
of
the
the day.
timeline where they're allowed to
I
do that
never
or
know.
not?
I
We
know,
just
thank
don't know
you.
because 'Cause they're going
Thank
back, they're getting back into they're huddling up. They've got 2 minutes and
They're
45.
pretending they're gonna still do the thing, but are they about to do a big kneel? A big crouch? No,
Mm.
no, 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 they're playing successfully. They're playing successfully.
Successfully. Yeah, they just broke through. Wow, a blitz. A successful little blitz. No, not a blitz?
That is not a
What
blitz.
is it when they just push through? Is
A
that not a blitz?
blitz is a defensive play where the
Wow.
defense all
Ellen,
at
this is
once
hot.
rushes the passer.
Ellen, wow. Tell me more.
I did play Madden a couple times, and I remember blitz being one
Oh,
of the
I
options.
thought you were saying recently. I was like, crazy.
No, as a child, as an
Okay.
actual child, because I grew up with my dad and my uncles and there was nothing else to do. So I was like, "Alright, fine, I'll play this game," and I remember that a blitz is when the defense just, like, goes hard and fast at the passer.
So that was played at the family Christmas this weekend, and I could have paid a little bit more attention to the plays that were up on the screen in front of me, directly in front of me.
But we mustn't retain.
We must not I mean, where's the fun? Okay.
We mustn't retain. I am gonna suggest that if you have more time with your family, that you guys watch True Grit. It
Okay.
is so good.
Okay.
And especially if everyone's like, "Oh, I kinda forget what happens in that movie." Yeah, watch True Grit, it's so good.
I've
And if
never seen
anyone's
it, so
about to be like, "The original or the new one?" I didn't know there was an original. I'm an idiot. So I only knew the Jeff Bridges, Haley Steinfeld version. I'm sorry.
I'm also being told that NFL Blitz was what was played, not Madden, and to that I have to say, what's the difference? I'm just kidding. I know there's a difference. God, I know, but who cares?
Oh, goodness. We have so much to learn still,
We
Evan.
do.
Much to
We
learn.
certainly do.
Okay, well,
But
I feel like this game has taught us that we have the ability to watch more games other than the Chiefs that are supposed to be more interesting, because we had a
and
lot of fun
and
watching this
enjoy
game, and
it.
there were no Chiefs involved.
And there were no Chiefs involved. Yeah. I also have to say, and this is I'm a girl's girl. Do what you're gonna do. It's nice to not have a game fully dedicated to just where Taylor Swift might be in the crowd.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I wanna be clear, that is not her fault.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're not, like, Swift hating at all. She is who she is, and she's just showing up to support her boyfriend, so, like, I get it, but yeah, as a viewer and as a Kansas Citian, it's a lot.
As a woman of a certain age, it's nice to not have
It is
just Taylor
so
Swift.
targeted. It is so targeted. Ugh.
But we'll be
Ooh, the
seeing that
ad that
next week, I'm sure.
yeah, I know. I am excited for a Christmas Chiefs game, and
It's
especially
gonna be
against the
fun.
Raiders, because I
Yeah.
feel like we better hopefully win.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good game. And my producer is originally he grew up a Raiders fan for some reason.
Oh,
There
that's
is
interesting.
not logic here, I'm
There
told.
is no
So
logic. It doesn't make sense, but it's happening.
his uncle was an Eagles fan and everybody else is a Raiders fan. So we are gonna be watching that game with great interest because obviously now we're diehard Chiefs fans. Die hard.
Are we? I pretty much am becoming a Cowboys girl as we go, and they're
Live,
losing.
despite the loss,
And they're
yeah, I know.
losing, so that is also without logic. I think the shiny pants are doing me in. I'm like, "Ah,
I mean,
I
it
gotta see
caught
more
the
sea
eye.
foam in my life."
It caught the eye. It's unique. It definitely looks like foam, like, right
I
now, it
just
definitely
feel
looks
like
like
what we're
that.
seeing from the Cowboys is a team that is exciting to watch, and that is what I like, and that is why I've loved the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Is
and the
that
Dolphins.
they've yeah, they've been exciting to watch. Same with the Eagles. We get a lot of action from the quarterbacks. And if anyone is about to say, "Oh, they're doing it." I'm sorry, is there a flag or are we doing the nearly touch the
They all
ground?
decide. Yeah, how do they decide? Like, does somebody tell the refs?
Well, Ron Howard on the Bills tells everyone what to do, apparently.
Okay.
From the side profile, that's who I thought that was, briefly. I thought that was Ron Howard. I've had a couple, I am not wearing my eyeglasses. We should start there. I
I
thought a
mean,
man on the screen was my father. I thought someone else was Ron Howard.
okay, so well, thanks, Kevin. It's fun to do. Okay, so we're being told that there's a victory formation, and Kevin is a
Oh.
Steelers fan, so there's just no logic in the fandom of this
Oh,
family.
it's over, Evan. They're shaking hands. They're saying goodnight.
They got into that victory formation and they ended it. All right, well, that was a fun game.
That was such a fun game. I wanna see who oh, wow. A Cowboys man just pushed the boom woman out
Oh,
of the way, which felt unnecessary.
I did not catch that.
Okay, Lance and Alan are saying hello. Everyone avoiding Alan. It looks like, yep,
Mm,
I do not think people like Josh Allen. That is just an observation. He does not appear to be getting handshakes and high fives.
well, that's sad. I mean, they're all out there
Uh,
trying. I don't know. I don't know him.
uh.
Howard about to play Madden when we're done. Fantastic. Well, we are so happy that you took some time out of your busy Madden schedule to join us. Thank you all for joining us at GSPN Girls for this very fun game. We will be back next week for the Christmas Day game. That game starts at noon. Who knows when we'll be starting? Hopefully noon. I am at Iron Dagger 666. My co-host, the lovely Ellen,
Fog
is.
Ellen.
You can find us at GSPN Girls. And like we mentioned at the end of every week, we are entertained but not distracted. So make sure you are informing yourself of important everyday events that are going on. In particular, there is a genocide happening in Gaza. So make sure you are staying informed, calling your representatives. If you're able to make donations to Doctors Without Borders, that's a fantastic organization. Otherwise, thank you so much for spending some of your Sunday evening with us, and we will see you next week.